Knicks Nation, welcome to the Blue and Orange Brunch. And boy, do we have an action-packed show for you today. Someone is ducking the smoke. Jaylen Brown proves the Celtics really don't want it. Of course, the new rules that are being proposed by the league can benefit the Knicks in terms of the NBA draft. We'll talk about that. Of course, tonight is game night. We're going to also talk about the scouting report and why I think the Knicks should handle the Boston Celtics in a great fashion. Karl-Anthony Towns, can he have his chance to further his legacy this season? We'll talk about that. And of course, Josh Hart, he brings much needed energy and effort to this team. We're going to talk about his potential impact on this team going into a postseason run. So we're going to talk about all of these things today on the Blue and Orange Brunch Show. Big time salute and welcome to everybody in the building. I am your host, the originator. All right, the objective fan, and I'm straight out of Kings County, New York City's finest. Man, you know the vibes. Tell a friend that we live, man. Hey, y'all. Welcome to the show. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. Oh, it's game day, and I can't wait. But before we start the show, we got to continue to get these likes up. You know how we do on this show. It's very important to the algorithm that we consistently get the likes up. So smash that like button. All right. And of course, while you're at it, you might as well subscribe, because we know that in the last 28 days that at least more than half of you guys are not subscribed. So subscribe now to help us close the gap. And of course, we're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. So all you have to do since you watch is help us close the gap. And man, listen, each time we reach a certain milestone of subscribers, we have special giveaways. The first milestone is the 5K giveaway. All you have to do is subscribe, and you will be entered into a chance to win this rookie Jaylen Brunson trading card. No phone numbers, no emails. All you have to do is subscribe, and you will be entered in a chance to win this card. So hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. Lot going on today. But man, yo, if you guys don't watch these shows, man, we had an incredible show last night with Errol Marks, and it was just fire, man. Big time salute to that. I do got a question for y'all, though. There was this running joke that I need a lawyer. I still don't understand, why do I need the lawyer? Could someone explain that to me? Why do I need a lawyer, okay? If you were on that show. Big time salute to everybody who was in the building. All right, I see Killer B. All right, big time salute. JJ. All right. OKF Nation. L Figgy, I see you. Tugboat Taylor. All right. Buddha Master, big time salute to you. My man Joe from AC. Big time salute. Crim's dad. All right. L Figgy. All right. Big time salute to everybody in the chat. Continue to smash that like button. I also want to say this. Yo, I'm sorry for my tardiness. I woke up late today. It's funny. I woke up at 8. I looked at the phone. I said, I could get a couple of more hours of sleep. Man, I closed my eyes. I woke up. It was 1 o'clock. Maxine gone. My son gone. Oh, man, this is crazy. So it is what it is. So I was scrambling around, but we still here, and that's all that matters. What else I want to say? Any other announcements? Of course, tonight's the games, and we will have a smoke fire right after tonight's game. So, right. So continue smashing that like button. So I'm going to start this show off like I start off every show. No. Before I do that, hold up. I just thought about something. So, no, not that. This. Bam. So I updated the screen for the callback. Okay. Of course, we got new rules. But once I open up the phone lines, all right, everybody will get 3 minutes. You hit it, let's go. Then, of course, that buzzer beater will sign. Now, of course, a lot of y'all already know about the $5 callback. But we got new rules. All right. $5, you could request a caller. So if there's somebody you want to hear from, I will give them a call to see if they could get on the line. Also, you could donate a call to somebody else as well. We've been doing that, but you know, it's officialized. And of course, we have the $25 hang up. So if you hear this sound right here, see if I got it. That means somebody got it. And I'm still working on the sound, but I just got a little dial tone. You got dial tone because you were hung up on. So, and of course, that's for the opposing team. So if the Celtics fans call up, you don't want to hear them. If the Pistons fans call up, you don't want to hear them. You could get them the hell up out of here. All right, just to let you guys know about the new rules as well. But bam, I'm gonna jump into research mode so we could take a look at some of these scores. As you guys know, I always like to start the show off by looking at the scores so we could see exactly where we were in time and what happened, because all these games somehow could impact the New York Knicks. All right. So we got this, the Cavaliers and the Hawks. First off, I told you so. I told you to goddamn you could not rely on our little brothers for the South to get nothing done from us. I told y'all. I said the Hawks were not going to beat the Cavs last night. I told you that. Oh, the Hawks are playing good ball. And oh my God, they're this team who, oh my God, you know, I'm worried about the Hawks in the playoffs, you know. The Hawks, they got all this left, and they're young, and they got good players. And I'm concerned about them. I'm spooky in the goddamn wood. Ain't no way in hell I'm spooky about the goddamn woods, about a Cleveland team. No Cleveland team. That's the Guardians. Okay, that's the Browns. There's no way in my world I will look at Cleveland and be scared of them. All right, LeBron ain't there. And even if LeBron goes there next year, the energy still will be the same. The Atlanta Hawks got cooked, and that's going to hurt their postseason run in terms of their standings if they try to finish in that top 6. As far as the Orlando Magic could be a potential first-round opponent. Now, that's a team, I'm not going to lie, I'm not scared of them. But they got that Franz Wagner kid. Let me tell you something about Franz Wagner, man. He is a problem. Let me see what he did last night. Okay, not much. He's still on minutes restriction. But I'm telling you right now, if he gets right before the playoffs, any team that goes against Orlando, that's going to be a series, man. They're bringing the pain. And I think the Timberwolves are content with the 6th seed right now. I think they want to stay in the 6th seed. But I don't know why, because more than likely now you're going to have to go up against Nikola Jokic in the first round. That's going to be a crazy series. But then you got the Pistons and the Bucks. Oh, my God. Detroit getting all happy. I'm glad to see Cade is all right. I don't want to hear no goddamn excuses. Oh, you know, Cade, if his lung didn't collapse, then we wouldn't have won. And then and if this would have happened, did that. And then if we would have brought Chauncey Billups back, then this. I don't want to hear no goddamn excuses from nobody. I'm just letting y'all know that. So I'm happy he returned. And I hope that they're at their best form, so when they get cooked in the postseason, we'll see what happens. As far as the Denver Nuggets and the Memphis Grizzlies, nobody gives a damn about that game. But the the Nuggets, that's a strong win because it's going to help them secure themselves as the number 3 seed in the West. As far as the Spurs and the Blazers, nobody gives a damn about that game. Of course, I'm definitely not was to go watch this game, even though I'm scouting for my Spurs debate that I have on this Monday against the Brooklyn Spurs fan. As far as the Oklahoma City Thunder, they beat the Clippers. Nobody gives a damn about that game. And the Suns beats the Mavericks. Nobody gives a damn about that game. I'm gonna take a quick look at tonight's games as well. Of course, oh my God, don't tell me we got some new news with this goddamn Celtics game. Oh my God, Knicks Celtics, and of course they don't want that work. But I'm seeing the spread get larger for the Knicks. So usually when you see the spread get larger for the Knicks, that means we have new news in regards to this game. I will get to that in a second. No worries. The Miami Heat versus the Toronto Raptors. This is a big game. Miami is right now, I think they're the 10th seed, and they're trying to climb their way up, but I think that is too little too late. Toronto, they're trying to stay strong. Toronto to me is just a second-class team, possible third-class team in the NBA right now. They're a team that, they're just not good enough to beat the good teams, but this will be an interesting matchup against the Miami Heat. As far as the Bulls and the Wizards, nobody gives a damn about that game but us. We do give a damn about the Wizards because, remember, the Wizards, they tank, and now they can't fall below 7th, so they hold on to the pick. But we do have their second-round pick. So if the Washington Wizards tank to go into last place, then we could get the 31st pick in the draft. So we need the Wizards to lose, and we need the Bulls to win tonight. As far as the Pacers and the Nets, nobody gives a damn about that game for sure. As far as the 76ers and the Rockets, this is some troubling news for the 76ers. Joel Embiid will have season-ending surgery. I just seen the news just now. I'm trying to get the exact injury, what it was. For appendicitis. Is that what it is? Yeah, appendicitis. I don't know. Something with his appendix. I don't know. He's having surgery, and so he's done. He's done for the year, right? Los Angeles Lakers versus the Warriors. This is a big game because right now the Rockets and Lakers are, battling to see who gets the home court advantage in the first round. Of course, the Lakers don't have Luka and Reeves, so these games are going to be interesting. The Warriors are kind of, they're in the play-in battle, I guess. I'm not sure exactly how much they could go up, but I don't see the Warriors letting up on the Lakers tonight. So, and they are the favorite tonight. But the 76ers, they received devastating news. And of course, this is good news for the Detroit Pistons, if you ask me, because I believe that the Detroit Pistons benefit from not seeing a healthy 76ers team, because I do believe in my heart, mind, body, and soul that the Philadelphia 76ers with a healthy Joel Embiid would have beat them. But now that we'll never know. We'll never know. Big time salute to everybody who just joined the show. All right, this is the Blue and Orange Brunch. Continue to smash that like button. I'm going to get into a couple of topics before I open up the phone lines. And then we're going to get into Jaylen Brown proving the Celtics don't want that smoke. We're going to unpack that for sure on 100,000%. But there's a couple of things that I do want to address. A lot of you guys criticized me yesterday because I brought up a Giannis topic. I just want to let you guys know, I don't plan to talk about Giannis. We had a pre-show meeting and Giannis came up. My focus right now is us. I'm not concerned about the Giannis trade in the summer. Okay? Yes, if new news pop up, we have to talk about it. I do content. But at the end of the day, I'm focused on these guys winning the championship. And I do believe in my heart, mind, body, and soul that the Knicks can win the championship. Okay? There's only one team that sort of has me spooky in the woods. And I'm not even going to say I'm spooky in the woods. I'm going to say I'm a respecter of history. And what history has shown us is that no team who has double-digit differential, a la the Oklahoma City Thunder, who, by the way, now have increased their differential to over 12. So it's only a couple of games left, so they won't be able to break the record that they set last year for the most differential in NBA history. That is scary to me. It really is, because if it hasn't been done in history, now we find ourselves trying to break history. Usually you fail. But besides the Oklahoma City Thunder, there is no team that I can objectively say that I think we can beat. I think we could beat all of them. And I'm just keeping it real. Now, recent history has shown us in the last 7 champions that there hasn't been no repeat champions. So that history is on our side as well. But if the Oklahoma City Thunder persevere, and it's looking like they will, I think their path to the finals is easy. They talk about the Wild Wild West. To me, the West is a lot more easy and predictable than the East. You know, because when you look at the second round matchup, I don't think the Houston Rockets are on that level, even with KD. So if the Oklahoma City Thunder draws a Houston Rocket team in the second round, what good would that series be when we all know that the Lakers don't have Luka more than likely, and definitely they won't have Austin Reeves? That wouldn't be a fair series. And because of that, I don't see the Los Angeles Lakers getting out of the first round. So all of this is there for the Thunder to get back to the final. Now, the Spurs could, if the Spurs so happen to do it, maybe. I got a debate on Monday. We'll talk more about the Spurs and the Knicks playoff perspectives. But I'm just letting you know that I'm locked in. And even if I talk about Giannis, it's not because I want Giannis. I'm just covering the Giannis news, right? I mean, I do want Giannis. It's not about me not believing in the team. It's just about me talking about the news. That's all. All right? Just want to let y'all know that. I'm going to start off. And I need to know why I needed a lawyer yesterday. I'm dead serious. Yeah, y'all got to tell me why I needed a lawyer. If you're new to the channel, I am a lawyer, not by practice, but just in content. I am Mikal Bridges' lawyer. I defended him well, and now, look, people are off his back. I think I did a great job off of Mikal. I did good. I think I did good for that. But yes, I want to know why I needed a lawyer last night. I really do. So I'm going to get into a couple of topics, all right? I'm going to start here because I want to let you know that there's a method to my madness, right? So this article kind of utters what I've been trying to do, so to speak. Let me just close out all of these other tabs. So this is the Knicks' biggest improvement that no one is talking about. And Mike Brown on the verge of making history. Who was the one that... How many shows I did talking about this? Salute to Mike Brown, because what he's trying to do is fantastic. And I think that it should be commended. It is commendable what Mike Brown is doing. All right? And no one is making a big deal about it. No one is talking about it but me. I'm the only one that made it a big deal. Mike Brown deserves the praise, man. And we got people saying this brother should get fired. How are you on the hot seat when you break Pat Riley's record? That don't even make sense to me. There's no way he could be on the hot seat and break the record. It's one thing if he doesn't break the record. But to break the record and then be on the hot seat, no matter what. By the way, we're not losing in the first round of the playoffs. Even if we lose in the second round of the playoffs, there's no way he would be fired. It's just too good of a start. Because you guys got Coach Tibbs fired, and I'm not arguing for Coach Tibbs. I could give a goddamn about any individual when it comes to this team's success. But I am going to say that if you don't get it done, the players, then it's your fault, and maybe it's you that need to get the hell up out of here. And guess what? We will get you the hell up out of here. If one thing we know about Leon Rose, he is not scared, nor is he timid to pull that goddamn trigger. 100,000%. Big time salute to my man Khalil. You can't use the history argument because the history for back-to-back champions offset that. No, Khalil, not necessarily. All right. You got to understand the angle here. We're talking about since the NBA has been established. That's a long-standing history. It's sort of like this, Khalil. We know that anything is possible, right? So 100% of the series in the NBA, not baseball, but in the NBA, no team has come back from 3-0. There's been a handful of teams to take that 3-0 series to 7 games, but they all fail. Khalil, are you willing to bet against that history? No. You know why? Because it's since the league inception. Now, yes, recent history is important, but 7 years is not the same greatest level of impact as the entire league, the entire history of the league. Double-digit differential teams do not lose in the finals. That's history. If you want to go up against that, you're going to lose. You could possibly win, just like you could possibly come back from 3-0. See, I deal with probability, not possibility. Anything is possible. And y'all are upset with me because I'm not going to be the super nicked out dude. I'm not the super nicked out dude that's going to be like, yeah, the Knicks are going to do everything. And the Knicks are the best ever. And all I do is positive Knick content. That's not me. I keep it 100,000% real every goddamn time. Don't come to me to confirm your bias because you're going to get your feelings hurt. I think that against 29 other NBA teams, we will smoke them in the goddamn fires. Listen, we'll put them on the grill. 100%. 100%. It's just that one team in Oklahoma that the history, forget the basketball side, the history of the basketball concerns me. And because I say that, do I need a lawyer? I'm just giving you real talk. I'm always going to give you real talk. Not the talk that just makes you feel good. I'm going to give you the real talk every time. Salute to Killer. He says, but OKC is not a better team than they were from last year. How do you know that? How do you know that, Khalil? What are you using to measure that? Because I could make the argument their second best player, Jaylen Williams, missed like 50 games this year. In fact, it's not just him. Hartenstein was out the lineup, in and out the lineup. They dealt with a lot of injuries. SGA was on the verge of not playing 65 games. Way more adversity in the regular season this year than last year. Last year, their adversity was Chet and Hartenstein. This year, it was Hartenstein. Jaylen Williams missed way more time than Chet missed last year. Way more time. What piece did they lose? What piece did they lose for you to say that they're not better than last year, especially when this team, right, still has the main components that they had last year, and all of those players got better? Uh-oh, hold up. Big time salute to my man Mellow Mike. He says, happy birthday, Cleo. Wish you many more. Cleo, hopefully you're in the building. All right, I know I got a late start on today's show, but hopefully we could get Cleo on the line so we could wish her a happy birthday. But happy birthday, Cleo. If you can't call up, I understand it is your birthday. And enjoy your birthday. And these Knicks should give you a win on your birthday. Big time salute to you. All right? But I just wanted to highlight this to show that I am pushing and promoting the history. Tonight, we had the opportunity to get it done against one of our dislikable rivals, the Boston Celtics. I can't stand the goddamn Boston Celtics. All right? And listen, tonight, the Garden's going to be on fire. And I think that we ready for the work. But big time salute to Cleo and happy birthday. But y'all need to give Mike Brown praise. And this is the question I want to ask. Why y'all don't give Mike Brown his credit? Why y'all not giving Mike Brown his credit? We're going to talk about that. Another topic I want to get into. And I've been meaning to talk about this for a minute now. Let me just close this out. Karl Anthony Towns. See, I'm staying positive, y'all. Don't let that Oklahoma City comment get you upset. All right? Because there's a good chance they don't go to the finals. And that will work in our best benefit to not see them because of history. But recent history shows they won't go to the finals too. I'm respecting that history. I'm just saying that I could see that broken more so than the double differential broken. All right? But Towns, I hate this angle right here. I really do. He made luck his way into All-NBA. I'm going to tell y'all right now, I believe in the 65-game rule. The owners are to blame for the 65-game rule and the organizations because they're the 65-game rule to manipulate and configure players' achievements because of load management. Load management is the biggest cap in NBA sports today. Oh, we need to load manage. Oh, we got to rest them. No evidence it helps prevent injuries. There's no way to prevent an injury. If you're playing the game, you can get hurt. Load management is for people who are returning to injury to manage their usage because we have evidence to show that if a player goes from no activity to fast-paced activity, he can get hurt, okay? He could get hurt. So let's not fall victim to the trap. Oh, look, now the Players Association, who, by the way, I can't remember who, that might have been D from LA. Salute to my man D from LA, if it was him. He said the players agreed to the 65-game rule. That's a fact. The players agreed to it. That's why it's a rule. Don't come now because you guys are being manipulated by the organizations and they want to prevent you from playing a certain amount of games because they don't want to pay you. I understand that. And I think that is messed up. And I don't think it's right. Right? That the organization could take advantage and manipulate the scenario. But I'm a fan. And I'm tired of paying for tickets and you don't see your favorite player playing. That was a big issue. We got national TV games. You got a guy like Greg Popovich who is known, or he didn't start it, but he pioneered the movement, all right, for players to sit out national TV games on purpose under the guise of load management. It's a bunch of cap. So now that the 65-game rule benefits the New York Knicks, now we want to get rid of the rule? Now the rule is unjust? No. Salute to Adam Silver. I'm riding with him on this one. There's certain things I don't ride on him with, but this point, I'm riding with him. Load managers a bunch of cap. A lot of y'all just want to sit out and rest and take the easy way out. No, you got to play 65. You want to make it to All-NBA team? You got to be available. Your best ability is your availability. So salute the Bodega Cat on the verge of getting another All-NBA team and adding this to his resume because I am a player appreciator and I want to see these brothers get paid. So no, I don't think he's sneaking onto another All-NBA team. His best ability was his availability, and he was there, and he deserves to be on the goddamn All-NBA team. Don't be mad at me because you can't play 65 games. You should blame your medical staff. You should blame yourself. Who are you going to blame? It ain't nobody's fault you got hurt. It is what it is. Maybe you shouldn't have sat out those 3 games in October. Just to sit out and go hang out with the family. Maybe you should have played. Because last time I checked, Wemby gonna play his 65 games, so he gonna get his award. The guys who usually deserve to get the award, get the award. Give me the MVP that was ineligible because they didn't make the MVP, because they didn't make the 65 games. We say that Joker should have won the MVP or this guy should have won the MVP, not because they missed games, it's because the voting system is flawed. That's a whole nother topic. But the brothers are available, and that's why they're the most valuable. So we could talk about Towns. What do you think about Towns being all NBA team? Okay. Let's see what else I want to do. I'll give you this one as well. Josh Hart. Josh Hart. First off, big time salute to Josh Hart. I don't understand why people blame Josh Hart for everything. Oh, we got to change the starting lineup. Josh Hart needs to come out. Josh Hart's playing some of the best basketball of recent times. There was a game, I can never remember the game. I'm going to look it up. But there was a game where Josh Hart missed some time. He came back, and he literally boosted the team in the first quarter. Boosted the team in the first quarter. And we try to put our first quarter woes on Josh Hart. Josh Hart is playing phenomenal. This is definitely a fact. Josh Hart sets the tone for Knicks culture of resilience. Hart is the epitome of Knicks basketball. He's the closest thing we have to like 90s style basketball. He plays hard. He plays with grit. He does what he has to do. He's the closest thing that we have to that. All right? He's the epitome of Knicks basketball, playing at an unrelenting combination of intensity, physicality, and commitment to the team. That doesn't always translate to the most aesthetically pleasing style of basketball. That's a fact. But it sets the tone in ways that may not appear in the box score. Hart, who's on his fourth team in 9 years, refuses to quit on any situation and ultimately raises the standard when it seems like the Knicks are stuck in a tailspin. Facts! He called out the team multiple times. We're not getting it done, y'all. Salute to Josh Hart. All right? All you have to do is look no further to this stretch between December 31st to January 19th, when the Knicks went 2-9. Of course, a brutal 11-game stretch. All momentum seemed to be lost for a team that opened the season at 23-9, but Hart responded to adversity in the way he always seems to, by leading by example. First off, salute to Josh Hart. He pulled down 22 rebounds over the next 2 games, leading the team during each outing, and even dished out a team-high 7 assists to end the slide and give the Knicks timely value. That marked the Knicks beginning to going 23-7 over the next 30 games. They unfortunately lost 3 straight to follow, but have since gone 3-0. And Hart again, stepping up as a rebounder, playmaker, defending, and all-around leader. Big time salute to Josh Hart. Josh Hart's going to be a major key in tonight's game, but even in the playoffs. His energy, his momentum, man, this guy deserves to start. I understand that we may wish that we had certain things in order, but right now, our starting 5 is one of the best starting 5s in basketball, and to change it now, it would be asinine. But my question for you today is, why do you think that we need to take Josh Hart out of the starting lineup? Why is that? All right, that's my next question for the day. Big time salute to my man D from LA. He says, no more guaranteed money. Do players still load manage? Ooh. You know why that's interesting, D from LA, that comment? Because ownership would love that. But here is the problem with that, because remember, the teams are the ones who load management, not the players. So if you take away guaranteed contracts, D, now you give the team the ultimate leverage. Not every team is like Indiana, who let Halliburton play to get the 65 games. Indiana allowed that to happen. Most teams are not that honorable. To bring it to Giannis really quickly, all right? So Giannis had a clause in his contract with Nike that if he played 41 games, he gets a bonus. Guess what? This is part of the dissension between Milwaukee and Giannis, is that they're preventing him from reaching his minimum with Nike. So now the owners will get even more power. The players would be stupid to agree to that, and they won't. For the owners, it'll be great. But because the management team and it's a system and they sign off whether or not you play or not. That's why when you're talking about the tanking rules, or not tanking, when you're talking about the penalty for resting players, it's a team penalty, not a player penalty. Did you catch that, D from LA? So they're not fining LeBron when he doesn't play. They're fining the Lakers. The Lakers set your injury report, and the Lakers have the power to prevent you from playing. Thus, the struggles we see with Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. Big time salute to everybody in the building. If you just joined the show, this is the Blue and Orange Brunch, and we still cooking with hot grease. If this is your first time here on the channel, I just want to let you know who I am. I am the Objective Fan, Karan Pierre, and I am the originator. I am Mr. You Heard It Here First, for the record. All right? Now, I'm getting ready to open up these phone lines. I just want to let you guys know before I do that, this is the last final call, the final to the final call for game night. If you didn't place your order now, this is the last day to get the order in so you get your journal before the playoffs begin. All you have to do is hit the link tree. That's it. Linktree/TheObjectiveFan. By the way, Linktree has everything to know on this channel. All right. You can go to the Linktree to find out ways to contact me. My email's there, info@thisweekinside the Knicks. It's the only way to get in contact with me. Also, you can check out the merch, all the things that we got there. And this is also the place to get game night. But let me ask you something, all right, as NBA fans. How many playoff moments have we lived through that we wish we wrote down? That's why I made game night, the playoff edition. It's a playoff journal built for the postseason. Bracket tracker, series previews, game night memories, reflections, everything. It's a way to experience the playoffs on a whole nother level. If you're interested, the link is in the description and on the screen, Linktree/TheObjectiveFan. Go place your order now so you will receive it in time for the postseason. And it's the best way to expand your basketball knowledge beyond the horizon. And I look forward to seeing you guys inside of the 82 Nights Club. All right. Big time salute to everybody in the building. Continue to smash that like button. So what I want to do is I want to first off, we put in the Boston Celtics on the grill. Don't think I forgot. My energy for Boston remains the goddamn same. Continue to smash that like button, though, if you didn't smash that like button. All right. We do 100 likes minimum. It's not to be confused with the maximum. We don't have enough likes. Smash that like button. I want to say this. Jaylen Brown, we did a show the other day talking about Jaylen Brown. And he had a lot of spicy things to say about the New York Knicks. And my thing about it is, now is your time to see us before the postseason. You don't have the number 2 seed clinched, but then I wake up to this. I wake up to a report that Jaylen Brown will not show up tonight for load management on some Achilles tendonitis. Are you kidding me? He's not hurt, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. This is load management. So I know you see Achilles there. He doesn't have a torn Achilles. No. This is load management. Now, yes, I understand that the Boston Celtics are in control. I get it. But at the same time, I don't give a goddamn. You're supposed to go into that goddamn front office. I can't miss tonight's game. I got to give the Knicks this work. If I miss the game, they're going to say that I'm spooky in the goddamn woods. So why do you guys think Jaylen Brown and the Celtics opted out? What do you think? Do you think that they think, oh, they could beat us without them? Do you think that Jaylen Brown, he's just ducking the work? You talking all this talk, I got to see you in commercial, F the Knicks and all of this. You have a chance to submit yourself as the number 2 seed tonight, and you decide to bail out? Don't think I didn't keep track of the odds. because we opened up as a -3.5, ladies and gentlemen. Salute to Vegas for getting this right. Vegas had us winning. The only reason why the odds grew is because you are out tonight. Shame on you, Mr. Jaylen Brown. I need to know from you guys, is Jaylen Brown scary in the goddamn woods? And he's praying to not see the Knicks in the playoffs. But why don't you, Jaylen Brown, come and deliver the final blow? Send us into second round of purgatory. To the 4th seed. Send us there. Why you don't want to send us there, Jaylen Brown? Huh? You tell me, but listen, I'm going to open up the phone lines just to remind you guys of the rules. All right, so phone lines are definitely open, but I want to remind you guys, to all the new people, anybody can call up. You could be in Boston, Indiana, I don't give a goddamn. Wherever the hell you are, if you want to call up, we could talk basketball, but these are the rules. Everybody gets 3 minutes. You hear the host say, let's go. You better get cooking, because once that buzzer ends, that's the end of the call. All right. Now, we do have special rules. You got the $5 callback rule, what's been in existence for a while now. If you send in the Cashapp Super Chat, you could get an additional 2 minutes to get back on the line. All right. And then also, these are the new rules. Okay. So we have a request a caller rule where you could request somebody. So you send in a donation and say, I want to hear L Figgy get on the line. I'll go get L Figgy on the line. You could also, and this has been around for a minute, but you could donate your call back to somebody else. All right. So let's say somebody called up. You want to hear them again. You could always donate that call back. But the newest rule, right, the most controversial rule is if you are triggered, you could hang up the phone on an opposing team, not a Knicks fan, on an opposing team. So if Detroit calls up, if Milwaukee calls up, if Denver calls up, if any of these guys call up, you send in that donation and you will hear this instantly. And I will get them off the line. All right. So the number is, if you don't know, 646-995-8389. If I miss your call, I am doing callbacks. Do not worry. If I miss your call, I am doing callbacks. And I'm letting y'all know the phone lines are on fire. So you better get your calls in now. All right. And if for whatever reason you can't call in, but you still want to contribute to the show, you could always send in a donation. Cash App, Super Chat, Linktree, and I will treat your message in place of a phone call. All right. Just to give you guys the ground rules and the standard of what's expected. Continue to smash the like button. It's very important to the algorithm. All right. Hold on really quickly. I'm going to get to them lines. I do see some super messages. My man FS Wisdom says we smacking the paint off that hairline. Hey, yo, FS Wisdom, it's unfortunate that Brown is not playing, so we won't even get the opportunity to do that. Like, that's that. I mean, it is what it is. The brother is scared. The brother doesn't want the smoke. Big time salute to my man Khalil once again. He says OKC is up. OKC TO is up. Overall wins is down. Offensive down. Efficiency down. 3-point percentage is down. SGA points is down compared to last year. That's cool and cute, but we're using regular season. But Khalil, you know we could say the same thing about the Knicks. Towns numbers is down. OG Anunoby numbers is down. Mikal Bridges numbers is down. Jalen Brunson numbers is down. You could say the same thing about the Knicks. Where are we going? Does that mean that the Knicks are not a better team than last year? Besides, I don't really give a damn about the regular season. My mind is on where you go in the playoffs. So in order for us to say they were better last year, I need to see Oklahoma City Thunder in the fire, getting cooked, and not making it to the finals or losing in the finals. Until that happens, I can't make that assertion. We're too reliant on the regular season. And this is not for you, Khalil, but this is to a lot of people out there who, the hypocrisy. So the Knicks, we're going to get cooked because the Spurs got the better record. in the regular season, but we're going to ignore the fact that the Spurs got cooked by us. How does that make sense? Then you're going to say, well, the Spurs beat Oklahoma City in the regular season, so they're going to beat them in the play. Like, the logic to me is just not there from a lot of these fans. And this is why I'm here, the originator. I'm here to balance the scales, and I'm here to enhance the fan experience. So that's why you should lock in and hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed, because I guarantee you this is going to be a show that you will always remember. 100,000%. Hold on, let me get to these lines. All right, let me get to these phone lines. Let me see. Chris, I'm calling you. All right. D from LA, I see you in the queue. Sit tight. All right. Hold on. Sean, I see you. I'm going to get to you, Sean. Listen, I'm doing callbacks. All right. Hello?
Please leave your message.
All right. That's my first callback. Joe, I'm getting you on the line. All right. I'm going in order. If I miss your call, I am doing callbacks. 646-995. Hey, JoJo. 8389.
Hey,
what's going on, JoJo? How you feeling, family?
Thanks for taking my call, man. Yo, you were talking about Josh Hart, so I kind of want to chime in a little bit about that.
Okay.
When we were playing the Hawks, I noticed the way that we were setting up. I kind of tried to pay attention to that in the beginning of the game just to see with our starting five. And I saw them trying to do an action where we were spreading the floor. We had Cat in the corner. Josh Hart was on the wing. Brunson was at the top. Mikal was on the wing, and then OG in the corner. So nobody was in the post. It was just an open floor, right? So that can help us in certain times when we're trying to drive and, we're trying to operate on the inside. But
bingo.
Against the Cavaliers are running – they're not running a triple big lineup, but they're running three guys in the front court that are 6'9" and taller. So
Wade starts? It's been a minute since I watched him. Wade starts?
Yeah, so they had Dean Wade, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen.
Okay.
So, Mike, I have a question for you. How would you go toe-to-toe with the Cavs, the triple front court at the start of the game?
Well, is Dean Wade posting up like Shaq?
Yes, and he's playing the 3-point line as well.
So hold on, is Dean Wade like he's posting up little guys like Shaq?
I see him operating in the restricted area at times. Yes, and then he's spreading out to spread the floor in the corner. That's what I'm seeing.
That's what I know him for. So I mean that to me is Jalen Brunson's assignment right there. I'm good. I have no faith that he's going to beat me in a playoff series. That's Jalen Brunson's assignment. That's how I look at it personally.
Okay. Because, with Josh Hart, like you're saying, he's 6'5". I see him more as a guard, and we're running a triple guard with Brunson, Mikal, and Hart. And we got OG and Cat as our front court players, So,
yeah, but Hart going to guard one of them guards. He's going to guard Mitchell, or he's going to guard Harder. I can live with that.
Okay. So, I mean, with this Celtics game, and now that Jaylen Brown's not playing, I was going to say that they have an opportunity to give us a loss and potentially make us drop to the floor, and that's a big thing for them, being above us. But if Jaylen Brown's not going to play, I don't see us losing that game at all. I see that being easy dubs, easy barbecue chicken, no strays.
Barbecue chicken. I'm with you.
You hear me? Yeah. I know I just want to say I'm a Mike Brown advocate, right?
Okay.
But sometimes I do kind of feel like the team has kind of carried the record. Like, we should be a lot better than what we are. And I feel like we've underachieved. That's just the optimistic Joe talking.
Okay.
But, the Knicks have been historically bad, and I just feel like these records are just fruits of a talented team. I don't want Mike Brown to hide behind these accolades, but I do feel like Mike Brown's a good coach, and I am a Mike Brown advocate. But, at the same time, there are times when the rotations are out of sorts and, where we need timeouts and stuff and getting challenges. But that's all I got for you, Karan.
Thank you, Joe.
Man. Sorry I went over.
I appreciate you. Big time salute. All right. It's my man, Joe, AC in the building. Hold on. They get a super. Big time salute to my man Chuck. He said, salutes, good launching up. Hey, thank you, family. I appreciate you, Chuck. Man, this is what I do. I'm here every day, twice a day. All right. So even whether the Knicks are playing or not playing, I got a debate I'm doing on Monday with the Brooklyn Spurs fan, the Brownsville Spurs fan. I'm putting them in the ditch. All right. And so be on the lookout for that. But I do appreciate that, Super. Let me get these phone lines coming. Keep the calls coming, 646-995-8389. If I missed your call, I will get you back on the line. Let me try my man D from LA, Mr. Triggered himself, on the line. What's going on, D?
After all that woofing, Jaylen Brown.
Oh, come on. This guy is in the woods. What are we doing?
This is how we rocking.
Oh, come on.
And it kind of connects to what we were talking about earlier about the load management stuff.
Let's go.
Number one, I just got to say this. Shout out to you for just a lot of the details that you specify when you're just talking basketball. That Nike Giannis statement that you made about that 41 games, it just goes to show that the game that we're watching on the court is not the only game happening at every second. There's always something else at play, and that was just a good point that you made. But to the point of load management, the NBA got to do something about this, because as soon as you mentioned this, I hadn't even seen the report. As soon as you mentioned this, the motivation to enjoy the game as much as I was looking to enjoy the game just went out the window. I could see why they're doing it, though. It makes sense for them to do it. It's kind of a coping mechanism for the Celtics.
Right.
Yeah, it makes sense not to play the Knicks at full strength going into the playoffs, because you can psych yourself. If you win the game, it's like, oh yeah, we beat them without blah, 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 blah. If you lose the game, you can tell yourself, you know what I'm saying?
We had Brown.
Exactly.
But that's scary. But D, I can't respect that, man.
But,
come on,
we don't
D.
respect it. But the reason why they should do it, and I recommend they do it, is because what they experienced last year. What they experienced last year was real for Tatum and Brown. They saw the demon. You know what I'm saying? They saw the demon face on, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
So I could get why they would do it. And if Tatum, I'm not shocked Tatum is not playing, because they probably need to get as much reps as possible. But I wouldn't be shocked if they both sat out, because again, they got to psych themselves up.
No, Tatum gonna play. Tatum playing. He's playing.
Yeah, he's gonna play, because you know he has to get as many reps. But if he had enough reps in, I would not be shocked if both of them didn't play. After what happened last season, they gotta cope. They have to cope. You know what I'm saying? But it makes sense though. But hey, we got if I don't know how we could do it, if it's possible, just to be petty. I'll sit our stars too, but I think we need the game.
No, we need to win. We gotta at least clinch number 3. Yeah, we gotta clinch the third seed.
How far is Cleveland back?
So the magic number is 2. So if we win tonight, then it will be 1. One more win, we good.
Got you. And then we see, who is anybody locked in? I know somebody's locked into, was it 7th or something in the East? I can't remember.
I don't think nothing is locked right now.
Nothing is locked below what?
From
1?
5 to like 7, I think is all interchangeable right now.
Got you. So who is our most likely matchup going forward? Is still all those people at the bottom?
Yeah, well, Toronto was there, but hold on, I'm gonna pull it up. But yeah, I'm gonna put it on the screen. But yeah,
right.
10
and just
seconds.
Side note, because at one point they wanted this guy to come to the Knicks, but Philadelphia Sixers, I feel for y'all, man. God.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Anyway.
Bro. Oh my God. But I appreciate you, dude. By the way, right now it's Toronto. Right now, Toronto is where we are.
So Knicks in 3.
Knicks in 3. Yeah,
no doubt. I'm hollering.
Big time salute.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, yo, Knicks in 3 for sure, man. Big time salute to my man AP. He said, Karar, you're showing your age. That might not be a regular Chuck. I think that's the one who wants us to bring the noise. Shout out to Chuck D. Is that Chuck D for real? I didn't think that was the real Chuck D. If that is the real Chuck D, man, big time salute. I know who Chuck D is. I just didn't know because it's not just like Chuck D with a blue chat. Hold on, let me go in the chat because I'm not in the main chat. I'm in the chat. So if that is the real Chuck D, big time salute. I'm not sure if that's the real Chuck D. Hold on, let me. I'm gonna verify. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let me verify. Hold on. Oh, did I delete the message? Oh man, I deleted the message. My bad. How the hell I did that? Yeah, I swear, YouTube is trash. My bad. I deleted the message. Can I bring the message back? Damn. If that was the real Chuck D, my bad. I was trying to view your profile and I deleted the message. Oh, I'm like, this is worth to check it out, y'all. How do I go to the channel? Nah, that's not the real Chuck D, man. Come on, man. AP, you gotta knock it off, AP. Because if it was the real Chuck D, you would see the check mark. You feel what I'm saying? Marie said it is. It don't look like it. If it is the real Chuck D, big time salute. Now you are a big deal. But the page that your page don't got the subscribers. It only got 6 subscribers. So it could be the real Chuck D. If it is, big time salute. I appreciate the support anyway. You know, my bad for deleting the message, but I do appreciate it. You feel me? And by the way, I'm old enough to know who Chuck D is. What are you talking about? I was a kid in the 90s. How would I not know who Chuck D is? Hold up. Are we really going there right now? You guys don't think I would know who Chuck D is? Do you want to know who my top 5 is? No, listen. If you want to know who my top 5 is, go to the Fanathon. We talked about it. All right. I think that might be in the members only section, though. You know, I'm kind of plugging the members only. If you go to like episode 11 or 12 in the Fanathon, yeah, you will see who my top 5 is. All right. It's rappers from his era. Okay, big time salute, Chuck D. Okay. Big time salute. We got you back, Chuck D. I do appreciate you, family. Glad you're enjoying. All right. I do this every day, twice a day. But for them to think I don't know who Chuck D is, I don't know. That AP, you kind of, you know, first off, y'all told me I needed a lawyer yesterday. I still need y'all to explain that. Why I needed a lawyer yesterday. I didn't understand that. Y'all mad because I said that I can't pick us over OKC right now? I can't. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Big time salute. Okay. Y'all telling me it is him. All right. Big time salute, man. Big time salute. I see you, Chuck Bo Taylor, and I see you, D from LA. All right. Big time salute. Let me keep it pushing. Got more calls. And if Chuck D, if you want to call up, family. All right. We would love to hear what your take is or what I'm saying. And I still need y'all to tell me why I need a lawyer. Y'all got to tell me that. I don't understand that. Look at AP. If you were born in the 1970s and 80s, Chuck D is a big deal. Okay. I was born in the 80s, AP. What are we talking about? I was a kid in the 90s. Yes, I know who Chuck. Are you kidding me? My mother asked me, why do I have a hat that says Public Enemy? Still got my CDs. Oh, you a real fan. I ain't got no CDs. Them CDs are gone. I moved too much. Man, I wish I would have kept that stuff. Like, knowing what I know now, it's like, because now I keep everything. I wish I would have known that back in the day. All right, these phone lines are on fire. I got to get to the lines, y'all. I spoke to Joe. Let me get my man Blue in the building. Blue, if you listen, I'm coming to you next. 646-995-8389. We still cooking these goddamn Boston Celtics. We got them on the grill.
Hello?
Hey, what's going on, Blue? How you feeling, family?
I'm doing all right. What's going on?
Let's go! Man, I'm chilling, man. I can't complain, man. Just talking these Knicks. What do you think? Why Jaylen Brown punked out tonight? Why he don't want that New York Knicks work? What's up?
Strategy. You know,
Strategy?
They don't want to show all their cards. You know, a whole host of reasons. You want to see what the Knicks are going to bring to the floor. You want to see how, you know, because now they have their contingents of players. So you want to see what the Knicks and how they play if you end up meeting them in the second round. I don't think I don't think they care about, winning or losing this particular game. This is Jaylen. I mean, not Jaylen. What's his name?
Tatum.
Tatum, Jason Tatum. This is first game back since, the Garden, since he hurt his Achilles. So, it's more about him feeling more comfortable, at that point from when he got hurt. So I could see why they sat him out, but my thing is the Josh Hart thing, why he should come off the bench. And
Oh,
I'm
yes.
talking I'm talking about the playoffs. So
Okay.
playoff wise, right? Just as a tactical thing, right? When you looking at it, when you're looking at just the starting members, I brought this up before. The starting members get off to slow starts.
Yes.
They're minus 8.1 when they, you know, just they're not good to begin the game. You need to have, you know, a better start to these games in order to, win the games. If you're going up against a team like the Celtics, they will capitalize on your slow starts in the beginning of the games, and this can prohibit you from winning the game. Now, I
Okay.
get it, Josh Hart, he's a connector, he's a pace pusher, you know, he's that glue guy in the lineup, but when you're when you're looking at it in terms of like who who can bring a better bring a better start to the games, you need somebody who can be a better rim protector, right? You don't want Karl Anthony Towns to have to guard the center because now if you pull him out, if you have Mitch as the starting center, you pull out the opposing center to have to guard Towns because he can space the floor better than Hart can. Hart, they put the centers on Hart. Then,
You said
you
you
know,
said with Mitch it would be better?
yeah, because number one,
No, no,
you
no, no.
yeah, no,
That's
I'm
not.
I'm gonna I'm gonna I'm gonna tell you why. Well, the reason why is because you also now have better defense to start the game, right? You prohibit the other team from also getting off to a better start. And on top of that, you have Towns who can now pull out these other defenders, and you have actually better shooting on the floor. I know
With Mitch
Josh
on the
Hart
floor,
is,
the shooting is better?
yeah, because I know Hart is shooting 42% or 40% from the three, but his reluctancy, he's very hesitant when he's out there.
10
This is why they're
seconds.
putting this is why they're putting the opposing centers on him because he's hesitant. This would mess us up to start the playoffs.
All right.
But
Well, Blue, listen, I appreciate you. Once again, this is another agree to disagree moment.
no,
And I'm
facts.
gonna respond but when you get off. But I do appreciate you for, speaking your mind. Big time
I bet.
salute.
I bet.
All right. Really quickly. Now I'm just gonna tell you right now. If next year we get another player that could start, that's cool. Right now, we do not have another player that's better than Josh Hart to start. If you want to go by numbers and analytics, the only other player that would probably fit better technically would be Deuce McBride. That's if you're going with team wins plus minus. Deuce McBride with the starting lineup is 5-1. He's the only player to do that. Not even Landry Shamet has done that. All right, Mitchell Robinson, we've seen the double big lineup. It's okay. I'm not gonna say it's trash. I'm sorry. I said I won't say that again. My fault. I almost said it again. Sorry. Mitch and Towns is a situational lineup. It's not a lineup you start. They tried it together. The last time we see Towns and Mitch start, they were 0-3. Losing to Philadelphia is one of those games where, we needed the muscle inside. They got cooked. It's a special lineup. You can't say we're going to shoot better without Josh Hart when he's the second best three-point shooter on the team if you base it on percentage. Only Deuce McBride shoots better than Josh Hart. Josh Hart shooting 3.7 attempts a game. He's shooting 40% from three. He and Deuce are the only two Knicks that are shooting 40% from three. That is our advantage. Let them put the center on Hart. That is the cheat code. We're going to this is what we did to the Celtics the last time. when they did that. All we did, we put Hart and Brunson in pick and roll. That's it. Now your center has to guard Jaylen Brunson. So no, we don't have the nobody to replace. And then also, what evidence do you have that Mitchell Robinson is going to impact us to start better? Think about that. What evidence do we have that Mitchell Robinson starts and the team is going to play better? We've seen the slow starts with Mitchell Robinson. We've seen it with Hart. We've seen it without Hart. They need to lock in and focus. That's it. It's not a lineup thing. And people are putting it on Josh Hart. I don't understand it. And no, I'm not Josh Hart's attorney, but I will be his temporary, defender today, I guess. All right. Big time salute to my man, Killer B. He said, the legend found the legend. Hey, big time salute to Chuck D. Grew up to his music. Public Enemy is the soundtrack to my upbringing. Public Enemy, Wu-Tang, that was, that's what raised me. So the thought that I didn't know who Chuck D was, I'm like, come on, y'all, this is the second day y'all did this. I'm letting y'all know, this is the second day y'all came for me. And I don't appreciate it, man. No, I'm just joking. Big time salute to the chat. I do appreciate all the support from everybody. All right. And we still ain't getting no out of towners. Hold on. Let me try this number back. Let's see. I'm gonna try to get some first timers up in here. Let's see. 646-995. Oh, hold on. Yeah. 646-995-8389. Hello, caller. State your name. Let the people know where you calling from, family.
Yo, this is Mr. Blue. You just called me, yo. What up,
I
though?
did. Oh, damn. I ain't got your number out there. My bad, brother.
Nah, you good.
My bad. All right. Big time. Yeah, I got his call ID. I ain't got the number out there. Hold on. There's another first time call I want to get up here. I think it's this number right here. All right, 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. Let's see who this is. I got a lot of Blue's number in.
Yo, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going? State your name. Let the people know where you're calling from.
Yeah, it's Bertizzi from Los Angeles. Yeah,
hey, how's it going, man?
Trying to see, I don't know. I had a curious question. Is should the New York Knicks be considering
really quickly before you start? Are you a Knicks fan? That's what we got to start right there. Are you a Knicks fan?
I don't know if I'm not, but I think I'm more of a Charlotte fan. But
okay, easy. Hold up. Hey, the guys, he's a Charlotte fan, so y'all, if y'all triggered, y'all know what to do. Go ahead. I want to check the temperature. Where we going, Charlotte? Y'all getting cooked? Where we going?
Yeah.
Where we going?
I'm saying, should the Knicks consider having Jaylen Brunson call plays in different languages and shit? Hold up.
Oh man, are we gonna troll or are we gonna talk basketball? Come on.
Hold up. I'm taking a shit, bro. Hold up.
See, look, now that guy who just called, now you're banned from the show, bro. Come on, dog. Listen, I'm a serious platform. If you want to play around, go play around with another channel. Let's talk basketball. Let's not troll. That's corny, dog. Then your troll game is weak. You get on the phone, you sound all scary like you spooky in the goddamn woods. Come on, man. What we doing? Hold on. Let me get him the hell up out of here. He's definitely getting blocked. 100,000%. Hold on. Let me make sure I don't block my man Blue. Get my man Blue. Make sure Blue's number is saved. All right. And this other dude, we're going to get him the hell up out of here. 646-995-8389. Call up. Voice your opinion. I got my man rocking the ATL. Let me get him on the line. All right. Trey, I see you. Queen's in the building. I'm still doing my callbacks. Let me get my man Rock from the ATL up in here. What's good, Rock?
Okay, what's going on, man?
Man, today these trolls are trying me. Boston Celtics are upset because we got them on the grill. Where we going, y'all?
You know what it is. Everybody losing their mind. It's too close to the playoffs now. Everybody getting shook.
Right. They all scrambling around like where do
Yeah,
I go?
roaches. Lights came
Oh
on.
man.
Roaches running all over the place, man.
Mm-hmm. We gonna get
Yo,
them the
yo,
hell up out of here.
Man, shout out and love to Chuck D, man.
Oh
I
yeah,
haven't
big
met him
time
yet.
salute to Chuck
Hopefully I
D.
will one day. My man ran into him down here and he said, yo, guess who I ran into, man? I said, who? He said Chuck. Like, damn, because Chuck is like my favorite MC. So hopefully one day I see him around here. You know?
Facts.
But yo, you
Big
heard
time.
what Harden said, man?
With who?
Harden.
What he
Get
said?
somebody's interviewing him, and he said, I've
Mhm.
had the worst luck in the playoffs.
Yes.
So he's setting up the failure already, man.
We know they're gonna get cooked. Yeah, they gonna crash and burn. It's gonna happen. Either to us or
Yo,
to Detroit. One of the two.
man, yo, he Boston shook too, cause Tatum talking about returning to the Garden is traumatic. I understand that.
Right, yeah. He all scary. We talked about that yesterday. Why he's so scary? Oh
No,
no,
so so if he can take that L, and his excuse is gonna be a psychotic episode. That's what his is.
Wait till y'all hear my scouting report on that. I'm gonna tell you exactly what they doing, and I know what they doing, and it's a weak attempt, and I'm laughing at them. It's funny to me.
And Jaylen Brown, he's trying to be. He's got so much. He's been ignored so much, and
Yep.
you know, so he's trying to build up his villainy. He wanna be the new Trey. So it's crazy,
Yo,
man.
he's so corny with it though, man. Like it's just corny, bro. It's like,
I know.
no, we don't believe you, dog.
Yeah. You can tell he's faking it. I don't know. Maybe it's a strategy. His agent told him to get some more bread, or I don't know what the mindset is behind that. I guess to build his brand, and that's the only way he's gonna build it. For being a villain, I don't know. Yeah, what do you think
Possibly.
about what Chet was talking about? He said he used the Knicks as an example. He's talking about how the double big lineup is very effective. Did you hear that?
It's effective at times. I wouldn't start it though. And what makes
Okay.
their double big lineup more effective is that one, Hartenstein is not a liability when he catches the ball on offense. If Mitchell Robinson catches the ball 18 feet away, he's looking to get rid of it. Hartenstein can actually make a good pass and a good play from there. It's a way
Yeah,
big difference between Hartenstein and Mitch. Way different.
and I'm glad you said that because I have 2 points to make off of that. Because it just shows you, and I've always said that the league is fit. It fears the 5 spot of the Knicks is too strong on both ends, and
Yep.
it could kill any team, and that's the problem. Forget about Cleveland. You know they got dreams of Mitch, but
Yes. Yes.
wake up in the middle of the night
Facts.
in a cold sweat. But anyway, I remember I used to talk to you about how I'm surprised how Jaylen and Cat didn't develop a 2-man game, and it would be fire if they did. But they showed an inkling of that already. Now
Yes, they did.
let me ask you this, your opinion, because it'd be fire if they're doing it. Did they have all of these scenarios down pat in practice or on their own already, whatever, and they just didn't want to show it until the playoffs because they didn't want to be scouted correctly?
Possibly, man. And I still think you do it anyway, and you just improve on it. You just get better, then add new wrinkles.
Mhm.
Maybe they always had it. Now they're just adding new wrinkles. Maybe. Let's do this more. Maybe. But I think that it's definitely good to see them do it. Just do it. I don't give a damn when you started it. Just get it done.
So maybe they got the double big lineup is gonna look better than you ever thought it would, and it'll surprise you in the playoffs.
I hope. I just don't think it
Based
should
on that.
start.
Oh, okay.
Do it off the bench. That's all I'm saying. Do it off the bench. Don't start it.
Right. Hey, all right. Okay. All
All
right,
right,
Kay.
man.
Talk to you
Big time
again.
salute.
All right.
Another reason why I'm saying to don't start the double big lineup is because they play better apart. Mitch's best games is when he's not on the floor with Towns. It's just simple. Mitch benefits when he's out there by himself. Don't think because they look good by themselves, we put them together and magic. No, it does. That's not the way it works. You can't compare Hartenstein and Chet to Mitch and Towns because Chet is a 4. You play him at the 5 because in today's NBA, anybody be 5 and anybody can be 4s. In the 90s, Chet would not be a 5. They would beat him up. There's no way it would happen. But in today's day, Chet can get away with being a 5, but Chet is on the perimeter. He's a 4. Hartenstein is a threat in the paint to catch when he catches the ball. He don't just have to pass it. He's a legit triple threat inside when he catches the ball there. You give the ball to Mitch, he gonna be like this. That's the big difference for me. And once again, I'm not saying that they don't have moments of brilliance. Yes, they have moments where they play well, but it's always off the bench. It's not starting. That's all I'm saying. Don't tell me to start it. You could tell me to play it, but just don't tell me to start it. That's all I'm saying. All right? We could always sub in at any time, in and out at any time. And by the way, the most minutes we've ever seen from the double big lineup was 10 minutes. That's when they went 0-3 and they played terribly together. Usually they play an average of 6 to 7 minutes together. So this illusion of them together is not really real because they don't spend most of their time together. They spend most of their time apart. And when they spend that time apart, that's when they play their best. So why continue to beat not a dead horse, but why continue to try to do something to make something real that isn't? 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. What's going on?
You know what this is, right? You know what it says. I'm using my other. No,
I got this number.
Other number.
I think I got all your numbers.
Hold on. No.
I think I got all your numbers, bro. I think I got all your numbers.
I listened to the show yesterday. I heard you say my name in the mirror 3 times like Candyman. I'm here. What's up?
Hold on, wait, hold on. Wait,
I'm here.
hold on. First off, J-Tap.
No. First of all, know how I know you lying? I ain't got no email, brother. And second of all, I can't barely even read, man. So when I told you the other day, I told you I can't do the show because it's my daughter's birthday today. It's my daughter's birthday today. It's my daughter's birthday today, so I couldn't do the show. But no, forget that. You know what? Forget all that. You know what? We're gonna talk about the Celtics. You know what? Steph Curry, Allen Iverson. Hello?
Jay, what are we doing,
man?
Hello?
Is anybody here? Hello?
Jay, what are we doing, man?
Hello?
What are we doing, dog?
Get those Boston fans. I'm sick of them, y'all. Get them out of here.
Yo, Jay. Yo, you had me lost for a minute, though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, yo, is he really doing it? I know it was you, but I'm like, you were going in right now. I'm like, you trying to put me off.
You know you're talking to this Big J Tech from East New York, son.
Of course, man. Brooklyn in the building, man. Brooklyn to Cali, man. Yo.
Nah, I had to mess with him. I had to do it.
But hold on, before you, because that was fire. I ain't gonna lie. That was the firiest impression I ever seen on this show.
Yeah, son.
Before we go, I know you know Clock J Tap. I know that. I need to know from you. Was you in the building last night?
No.
No. Damn, so you can't help me.
I listened to it this morning. I'm sorry. Nah.
You can't help me because they said that I needed a lawyer. I need one of them. I don't know. They said I needed a lawyer because I said we couldn't beat OKC. And then they thought I wanted to trade OG, or they thought I said OG was going to get hurt. That's not what I said.
My man, if there's no name to they don't matter. You know what I'm saying? So
well, Cleo started it. No, it's technically, hold on. It technically was Cleo.
Oh, watch your mouth.
But I still don't understand why she said against Ty. Did you hear the Ty conversation? Yesterday, because Ty called up and he went on one of his rants. And I'm like, what did I do?
I don't know. Honestly, I can't tell because I had a long day yesterday and I listened to the show this morning. I kept rewinding that one part over and over again. That show was classic. You need to put that in a time capsule. Save it for future generations, man, because that man was unhinged.
Yeah, that's my man Earl, man. I'm gonna be doing more with him, man. We got some ideas. There's a lot going on with this channel. Like we got some great ideas. It's gonna be fire, man. But anyway, we got Boston on the grill right now. Let's keep our foot on their necks. Where we going with these Boston dudes? Why Jaylen Brown, J-Tap, in your opinion, why did he duck the fade tonight? Keep it real. Why he duck the fade?
He's not playing. I said I'm behind the earth. He's not playing tonight. He's
out? No. Load management.
Wow.
Load management, man.
He probably wants to get his hair done. His hairline done again. Who knows? I don't know. And you know what else? Real quick.
What's
Detroit fans, Detroit in general, they sicken me. Cade think he's slick. He just wants some games off. Come right back in under the 65 game. You know.
Yep.
Under the 65 game rule and get his little stupid trophy or whatever. He can have it.
No, he's not getting it. He's not. He doesn't have enough games to get it.
Whatever. At least he tried. Anyway.
No, what it is he get his workout in before the playoffs. That's all. That's what it is.
Oh, he get the workout in before he gets that work? I feel you.
Before he gets work, yeah. He's lucky that Embiid got season-ending surgery.
Oh, he did? Dang, I'm way behind today. All right. Yeah. Well, as far as Boston's concerned, I'm not really concerned about them because, like I said, I heard your show yesterday. You said something real good. Like they made moves to save money. We made moves to improve, and they're done. Yes. And you said another thing. We were built to beat them. So I mean, I'm not really, you know. I ain't sweating none of them, honestly. None of them. But hello.
I'm here. I got you. I'm here. Oh, damn, Jay, where you at? Damn, Jay just left like that. I got you, Jay. Hold on, man. Hold on. We might have a special guest. Hold up, y'all. Jay, I didn't mean for you to run like that. You could call back, Jay. Hold on. Let me see if we might have the legend in the building. Let's see. Hold up. Let's see. 646-995-8389.
A special guest. Hold up.
Hello, caller. Mute that background. Is this the legend himself?
I ain't no legend. I'm just in your mosh pit, man, and I enjoy your show, man, and y'all exciting as hell. So I'm actually working this afternoon. So I mean, yeah, man, it's about that time, man. So I didn't mean to cut off Jay, man. I was listening. So
no, he ran. No, listen, Jay, you didn't cut him off. He's doing his thing. Listen, Jay is like that. Yeah, he'll go back if anything. He's good. But man, I appreciate having you in the building. Definitely a pleasure, man. I grew up to your music. These guys, don't listen to these guys. I'm born in the 80s. So if I don't know who Chuck D is, then I was in the suburbs somewhere listening to rock and roll. There's no way that's possible.
That's perfect. That's perfectly fine. Like they say, we have our share, man. You know, we have our share, and if you're born in the 80s and you grew up and you got the people you followed in your time when you was a teenager. So I tell people, like, look, I'm in everybody's phone. It don't matter. Hey, the thing is that we all Knicks fans here, and I was enjoying your show, man, and it's exciting.
Man, listen, we appreciate you, man. I'm curious to know. We got so many questions, but I know you ain't got much time. But I need to know, because we're talking about Boston Celtics. I got my foot on their neck. I'm putting them on the grill. I'm just letting everybody know we're not scared of them. And they're picking them ahead of us because Tatum came back. And I'm like, man, they're the same team from last year. But what do you think about tonight and Jaylen Brown not showing up? What do you got to say about that? Do you think that he missed out on the opportunity because he was talking a lot of smack about us? You know, he's in TV commercials talking about, I'm sorry, you're a Knicks fan, going crazy. And now he has the chance to put the nail in the coffin, and he doesn't show up. So what do you think about him not showing up tonight?
First of all, there ain't no coffin. Number two, we give him that. Look, you know what? I give it. Joe Mazzulla, I think, Coach of the Year. And I think maybe, JB Bickerstaff might be running neck to neck with that, right? But I think Mazzulla, Coach of the Year, and I think Jaylen Brown, MVP. So we give y'all that. Y'all got your regular season accolades. Last year, like on Twitter and on let's say on message boards online, like when it gets really intense, I turn into a beast. So last year, we was playing the Celtics, and I was handing it to him. I mean, going back and forth with a whole bunch of Celtics fans on Twitter, right? So then I said, y'all gonna face some karma for chucking those 3-pointers, right? Chucking trays all day. So I said, that ain't basketball. That's tray chucking game, right?
Right.
So then Tatum goes down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a bird's nest of Celtics fans blaming me like I was a warlock, and was
Oh
putting
wow.
voodoo on the Celtics. And they're like, "Oh, that's effed up, Chuck. You see, that's whack, man. Like I'm like, I create that havoc on the floor. I feel,
Right.
I feel sorry for the kid, but I had nothing to do with that. But really, seriously, if I really felt that way, I ain't on the court. I'll own it, but I don't feel that way. I felt that was unfortunate. We still was
Of
busting
course.
that ass.
Right.
So
They were down 9, Chuck. That's what you gotta tell them. Y'all were down.
Here's the crazy thing. We had to play a concert like 3 weeks later in Boston, right? So just to show them, I like Jason Tatum, I like Jaylen Brown, especially they wear your merch and stuff like that. I mean, Jason Tatum at the beginning of the year wore this Public Enemy hockey jersey because I guess his mom is a fan and whatnot. And I like them all, so I try not to get partial to anything out there in the public. But as I'm checking out the game and the Knicks versus anybody, I'm like the Knicks versus everybody. I ain't gonna curse on your format, like everybody really. So when the Celtics fans they coming at me like, yeah, he's repaired now. We remember what you did on us last year. Like I caused the karma and I caused the injury.
They crazy. Listen, Chuck, they crazy, man.
So look, I just showed them. So I showed up at the Boston concert, and just to show okay, listen, his mom is a fan and all that, and I'm not biased and I'm partial and all that, but I'm a Knicks fan, and that was the heat of the moment, and I wasn't wishing for no injury. Me and Flavor wore Celtics jerseys. I wanted to wear brown, and Flavor I have Flavor wear 0, but they couldn't find a brown jersey, so we showed them solidarity. But it gets funny on my side of the fence because cats get their vertebrae all smashed if I actually act real on the other side as a fan. I'm a fan, so I'm really unforgiving as a fan. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I saw the passion of your show. I stopped by, and I'm quiet. I just type my stuff and I say quiet in the pit, man. And I ain't no more than anybody else, man. We all fans, and the younger fans like y'all, y'all got that forward energy. I'm an OG, so I've been here since '67 as far as a Knicks fan. So I'm back in the cut. So I just seen it all, but I want to see more. So I mean, I ain't thirsting for it, but I enjoyed the journey, bro.
Yo, listen, man. We appreciate you and your feedback. And listen, don't let those Celtic fans drive you crazy, because I'm not letting them drive me crazy. And it's not your fault.
Shout out to Mellow Mike. Shout out to Mellow Mike. I see him over
big time.
At KFTV where I'm in the pit all the time.
Big time.
Nothing but Knicks out there, and you got you got Nick and Data and Knicks Fix, and and I'm always over there with CP and Alex and the crew and all that. But saw you, and I saw you coming up, and I'm here full support and talking Knicks, man, because this is that time, man. I'm telling you. The time we about to enter, man, we haven't entered. I've been checking the team out for 56 years. I remember when David Busher got traded to the Knicks. So I'm beyond old school. Like when the Knicks were playing on 50th and 8th at the gun. Yeah, I was 7 or 8 years old, but I wasn't an infant. I remember,
of course,
going there and to the circus after the Knicks game and still smelling like, elephant issue and peanuts. So I'm saying, to be saying that this is a rare time in this journey. I ain't never seen a journey quite like this where we every year we come up a little bit, man. Like it wasn't even like that in the 90s. In the 90s when Pat Riley came, he transformed it overnight. He had players vomiting in trash cans and buckets and whatnot, and he brought in that second layer of Knick culture. See, we didn't have the Knick culture since we won the chip. Yeah, we bought superstars in the 70s, and in the 80s it was that little thing with UB Brown because we had Bernard King, right? So, and then Patrick came, and when people forget, when Ewan first came to Knick, it was a rough going, man. It wasn't easy. He had to play Twin Towers with Bill Cartwright, and we never had a guard to bring the ball up until Mark Jackson. Then we had Mark Jackson and Strickland, and then we had Patino for a minute, but then that fell off. We had Stu Jackson, and that kind of like went spiral. And then Pat Riley came, and I even had kind of doubts. I'm like, how we gonna be Showtime in New York, you know?
Right.
But Pat Riley from Schenectady, he upstate, you know, from upstate, he from up north. And when Pat Riley came and flipped the Knicks, I was like, this is real. And that's our culture. That when Van Gundy came after Don Nelson got fired, he kept that culture up. That culture lasted for like 12 years, and that's the culture that most young heads remember as being Knick culture. And what we building right now. So this is where we at. This is where we at.
Yo, man, great. Yo, I'm glad you said that because there's so many questions. I just want to ask. I have to ask this question because you spoke about the 70s and stars, and I try to tell these people that because I know my history. I wasn't around, but I do my research and I do my studying. Right. So the Knicks back in the day,
none of us was around. None of us was around with Frederick Douglass and.
Oh, that's a fact. That's true.
And
that's
Abe
true.
Lincoln and all that. But we should know some history, right?
We should know.
Just because
Bingo.
It was before we was born, we got to know something. And when sports is an easy thing to document because it's right there.
Bingo.
And now everybody got a phone because whoever don't have a phone and a little computer on them is like, yeah, you really lost in space. But right now, everybody got the same apparatus. So not knowing the history is a lazy excuse, especially when you talk about sports. It's right there. And the fact that we ain't had that culture for like, what, 20 some odd years, and Tibbs brought that culture back. That's the culture we ride, and I think it's exciting as hell.
Right. So why, if we know that in the past we had to get these star players, why now are we reluctant to go trade some guys to go get the star? Because that's what they had in the 70s. I keep telling people the last time we had an MVP was 1973. Willis Reed.
Yo, man.
And we wonder why we don't win.
New York a different place. You can't be bringing outsiders to New York and think it's going to work. I don't care. I don't care if they score 40 points a game in Omaha. I mean, it don't work in New York. New York is a melting pot. Like, even if you're from New York, like what happens if you're from New York and you might be young, New York's a hard place to live because everything's concentrated. People on top of you. You can't get away from nobody. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and even modern days, you could kind of like disappear for a minute and get your super Uber helicopter service to take, but you still got to come right in the core of the Mecca and do work. And it was the microwave when I was growing up. Today, like when everybody's connected, yo, man, either you got it or you don't. And I'd say 98% of NBAers don't have it coming to New York. That's why Jaylen Brunson, I ain't seen nothing like Jaylen Brunson ever to come into New York, step into New York, and just actually fit New York, and then take the pressure and the heat no matter what. Yo, man, they ain't been, I'm telling you, you name any player. Bernard King first came to New York as a net. So he was on a peripheral edge. He played for Jersey. He's from Brooklyn. He was he was just an all God, right? He had to leave, man, because he couldn't handle New York. He left, came back as a Knick. He knew how to handle New York. So the thing about it, most players, we get a superstar. Yeah, you a superstar over there. You a superstar over there. You brought chips to Milwaukee, one chip to Milwaukee. Yo, man, the minute you come in New York, you catch a bad 3 weeks, you get melted, man. New York melts athletes, man. This ain't baseball where you kind of like you in your own little box and you got to either hit or catch. This is you got to play together with each other. That's why football's rough in New York. You know what I mean? You know, and they got to play in Jersey, so they incubated. New York is the Knicks are the only team in Manhattan, yo. And Manhattan is the center of the universe, man. And if you ain't got it, you ain't gonna get it. Now coming in for one game, you want to show out. You outside coming in, you come to New York. It's a showcase. It's the biggest stage you ever was on. Whether you was singing, whether you was rapping, whether you was like, whatever you was doing. You come to New York, it's the center of the universe. So cats being able to, they could deal with it on one day. 2 days, whatever. This is one thing we've got in our favor, bro.
What's that?
I don't think nobody want to face us 4 to 7 games anywhere.
That's true.
I think 4 to 7 games, we a beast, man. 4 to 7 games.
With that.
Because here's another thing about this team. This team is like, they repair themselves because they've been kind of half sleep all year because they was told minute one with the firing of their coach, like, yo, F regular season. That don't mean nothing. Y'all could give us a Cleveland Cavalier season of 66 wins, and it don't mean nothing. You 0-0 game one of whatever playoff series you are. So I think that sat in a lot of players' head, like, no matter what we do, we could go 81-1 and we're gonna get side-eyed the minute we step into playoffs. So I think the team was like, yeah, we're gonna rely on the switch. And there's only one dude, I'm telling you, that could probably switch up with a overnight. That's Jaylen. But also the rest of the team had to be able to figure out how to at least get on some of his wavelength. Jalen Brunson, let me tell you another thing before I shut up.
Okay.
Jalen Brunson is a beast to guard for 48 minutes, whether he's playing 48 minutes or not. I think in the beginning you could double team him, you could throw players at him. The game is fresh, legs is fresh. That last quarter, man, when players are worn down, man, his feet in the center of gravity, man. It's football at that point. He Barry Sanders for all. If y'all don't, young fans that don't know who Barry Sanders is, Barry Sanders retired because he just basically said, I'm tired of being Barry Sanders. Right. Not because y'all did me. I'm just done. Jalen Brunson is Barry Sanders on the court. So your lower extremities is worn out with the final six minutes of the fourth quarter. You got to throw your best defender and then throw another defender at him to wear him down to make him do an errant pass or whatever. And that's when Jalen Brunson becomes mad different. When your body is worn down guarding that craziness. You could get him for the first second. You could throw two players at him. Even in the third quarter, we're gonna just throw layers at him. It's the fourth quarter, man. A lot of times people talk about
the key.
His ability is, his half his ability is that you worn down, guarding all that herky-jerky power coming at you, pulling back, stepping up, dipping under.
All of that.
Yeah, man. And then if you got everybody else on your team that's open and understand it, we make our shots, we get into our roles. Towns is also part of some kind of pick and roll, Mitchie comes off. Every time Mitchie comes off, he creates havoc. He's like, Mitchie is a 7-foot Rodman. Mitchie is a 7-foot Dennis Rodman right now. I don't even understand. I be hoping he don't get hurt. Mitchie is 7-foot Dennis Rodman. You see him the other day, he dove on the ball.
Yep.
Half of you was like, oh my God. But the other half is like, this dude at 7 feet is playing Dennis Rodman type ball.
Yep.
So
100%.
In retrospect to everything in closing, Boston trying to play their last sight game. You got coach of the year, you got MVP.
Right.
You got Tatum that's back. That thing is weighing in Tatum's brain, man, right now. So Missoula going to play a tactic. I think Missoula playing a tactic. And now the tactics are on us. Because the biggest pressure on any of us is Mike Brown. Mike Brown got a lot of toys, and he can fumble the ball by playing the toys wrong. That's our only thing I think that's in our way, because we led by Jalen Brunson, man, and that's a coach on the floor. I just hope that Mike Brown don't succumb to the pressure, because number one, he's in New York. He's in New York. He ain't from New York, and he a coach in New York. The first year, the old saying, bro, is you come to New York on a Greyhound and you ain't right, you go out on a stray dog.
That's a fact.
I like Mike Brown. I was kind of ticked off when Tibbs was fired, because I'm like, okay. And Tibbs yelled at the team for 52 minutes out of 48. I went to a couple games last year. Tibbs is yelling the whole game. Mike Brown's tactic is his style is totally the other side and different. So, we all rolling. Knicks versus everybody. I really appreciate your time being on. Thanks a lot to Maxine And y'all keep doing you do.
Big time
Y'all are
salute.
excited, and I'll touch and go with y'all. And I always check you out from the outside.
Yes, yeah.
In,
whenever you want to call in, man,
Yeah,
just feel free, man. I got you locked in. I appreciate you, legend. Salute.
All right, I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Big time.
Peace.
All right, that's the legendary Chuck D right there. Hey, man, yo, listen, when you get a legend in the building, you gotta just let them rock. And yo, man, it was an honor hearing him rock. Everything he said, I agree with everything he said. But I still think we need Giannis because I think Giannis is built for New York City. I think he fits that mold. Giannis ain't crumbling. You've never seen it. And I think he will become an even bigger star. But right now, forget Giannis. The time is now. And he go back to 67. So do you know what that means? And he's excited like this. He's seen it all. He's seen the glory days and he's seen the leading up to today. So I can't think of a season. I got to go back to 94 when I felt this, because in 99, I'm keeping it real. I didn't feel confident in 99, even though we went to the finals. But in 94, that's because that bald-headed guy was gone. We was like this, yay, we could do it. The last time. So yeah, we got to get it done. And I like what he said, fire Cole, man. I don't know how y'all gonna follow that. I don't know how y'all could follow that. Big time salute to my man AP. He says, this is your year. You're a big timer now. And we got A listeners calling in. Now the celebs, you're a player interview away from being a made man. Hey, big time salute to you, AP. I can't do it without you guys. Big time salute to my man Mellow Mike as well. For that super, I do appreciate you. Definitely legendary in the building. And look, man, we still cooking with hot grease. I am the originator. So remember, you heard it here first. All right. So, and yes, we're going to continue to grow and we're going to reach our goals. And a lot of you guys who show love to the platform, we do appreciate you. To all the MVP donors, to just all the people who subscribe and like. It's all love always. And I do appreciate you. And big time salute to my man on the Cashapp side as well. Barry, he said it's for Chuck D's membership. I appreciate that, Barry. The only problem is I don't know how to give away a membership directly to somebody. Like if I give away memberships, like I could give away 5 right now. By the way, hopefully y'all smashing that like button. Come on, dog. You gotta smash that like button, man. You heard the legend on the line. We gotta get the likes up. That's the one thing we gotta do before we proceed. Okay? So I'm gonna give away some memberships, but I don't know if he's gonna get it. All right? I'm not sure if he's gonna get it. We could try. All right, Barry? But I do appreciate that Cash App, though, to all the Cash Appers out there. Smash that like button. All right? If you didn't already, the goal is 100 likes minimum, not to be confused with the maximum. And of course, big time salute to my man, Rock. He says, for Echo Chuck said, he pretty much echoes Chuck's sentiments. 100,000%. I do appreciate you, Rock. Thank you for the Cash App. So I'm gonna get back to these lines. I'm gonna take a couple of more calls, and then I gotta do the scouting report, y'all. I gotta get to the scouting report. It's very important. I do. Let me see. Damn, yo, the lines. If I show you the phone line, it's crazy. Hold on, I gotta make sure. Yeah, I gotta get this troll up out of here. I forgot to block him. Yeah, you definitely block troll. Get the trolls up out of here. I don't need no trolls calling up, thinking they could just call up anytime they want to. Get you up out of here. All right. Oh, wow. Big time salute to super producer Maxine. I haven't been in the live chat, Max. I do appreciate Max. She's been doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? But she's still here. But she got, she doing her thing, though. You know what I mean? This is what we do over here. She's a marketing genius, So, but big time salute to you, Super Master Producer. Thank you for giving away those memberships. I'm going to give away 5, too. Okay. Big time salute to my man, Crazy and Insane. The Nicktatorship. My man, Michael Panza. Is that Acosta? Isaiah Acosta. Big time salute. And my man, Donovan Morrison. Big time salute to Max, the super producer, having my back. I'm still going to give away my 5 too. All right. So we just going to give away some membership. Hopefully it lands to the legend. I don't know how to directly do it. All right. I don't think YouTube has created a way to do that, by the way. So, but we're going to do what we can over here. Do appreciate the support. Continue smashing that like button on the way in. And hold on, let me make sure I get this, give away these memberships. All right. And by the way, when you get a membership, I'm just letting you know, my membership is not a donation. With my membership, you're going to get access to well over 70 members only videos. I have a fire show I do on Sundays. It's called Members Only Sundays. It's fire, right? We got panel discussions. It's lit. We also got the Knicks Tape Madness Discord server. But first off, big time salute to them. A lot of the ideas you see us come up with, sometimes it's the members that's like, yo, we should try doing this, and so big time salute to them. So you get access to that where we be bugging out during the game. We got a game in a couple of hours. We're going to be bugging out in the Knicks Tape Madness Discord server. So if you just joined the channel, definitely make sure you get in the building.
Imagine being able to build.
Just mute that out. I'm about to give away these 5 memberships as well. All right. So whoever gets it, hopefully the legend gets it. I'm trying Barry to give it away. I'm hoping he gets it because my man Barry wants him in the membership. So I'm doing my best, man. Doing my best. Hold on. Pal, membership gifting, and bam. All right. So let's see who gets this. All right. Big time salute to everybody. Uh-oh, look, we got Boston in the membership. Hey, yo, salute to my man No Strays, though. Even though he a Celtic fan, he a cool dude, though. He a cool dude. Big time salute to my man, The Real Knowledge. All right. Drew Reviews Music. Big time salute. Uncuffed Sports Podcast. Big time salute. My man, Vegas Dev. Big time salute, man. Big time salute to all the people who are in the membership. Make sure you guys head over to that membership section and boom. And big time salute to my man AP. He says, that's right, shut him down. Hey, man, in my DMX voice, man. Shut him down, open up shop. That's what we do over here. All right? Big time salute to everybody. All right? I got a couple of more calls I'm going to get in the building. All right? And then I'm going to do this scouting report. All right? I got to get Angie in the building. Uh-oh. You got to get the OKF ladies in the building, y'all. It's only right we get the OKF ladies in the building. Angie, what's going on?
What's going on, Karan?
Hey, we having powerful shows. But hold on, Angie.
What?
Because you was there yesterday. You was there. Hold up. Before we get this started, why do I need a lawyer? Why do I need a lawyer? What did I do to need a lawyer?
See, I
still need to know that.
See, I think I'm an accomplice with you, so it's hard for me to answer that because I'm on the Giannis bandwagon. So, I know that you didn't bring it up, but the Giannis
I didn't mean to.
I think it just kind of threw some people off yesterday. So I'm probably
my bad
biased to ask me because I'm on that bandwagon. You can bring up Giannis anytime for me.
Right.
So.
Right. Man, Angie, look, let me just say this, right? Because, all right, look, yes, I'm on the Giannis bandwagon. I've been on his band for 2 years now. I've been doing content about Giannis. But look, I didn't want to talk about him. I promise I did.
No, you didn't. You didn't. I saw
the show was about the first round. I had the angle. You seen the thumbnail. That was all planned out. At the last minute, Errol goes, oh, did you hear about Giannis with this? I said, if you want to talk about it, let's talk about it.
Exactly.
And that's how it came up.
That's when all the attorneys came out.
Right. Oh, God. But okay. All right. Thank you, Angie, for clearing that up for me. I do appreciate you. But right now, we got our foot on the Boston Celtics neck. So I need you to tell me, why did Jaylen Brown duck the work tonight? You tell me.
I'm going to even go back to our conversation yesterday was when Jaylen and Tatum really looks at their roster, right? They look at the roster, just like we've been saying. They understand what they're going to war with, right? So I give kudos to their coach because I think this is a mentality game. Because think about this: if the Knicks, if we let up because we know Jaylen is not in there tonight, and we let up and allow Tatum and those other miscellaneous roster players come in there and beat us, then they win the mentality game, right? That's their only shot right now, right? Because they know, as far as if we come to play, and as I think Chuck D just said, and Brown understands how to play his roster, and so he does his part. We do our part. Show up from the beginning. Defend the perimeters. Do everything that we know. They know they're not going to beat us. But if they can get through the back door, which has been our Achilles heel all season, which is the mental part of our game. That's why we don't really have an identity, or people are playing with we don't have an identity. It's because we were so up and down. So that's the play. That's the play, because if they can walk out of the Garden tonight and some kind of way just stay close enough to steal a game tonight, then that's the only possible edge I believe that they can get. And so what I'm hoping is tonight is that one, Coach Brown understand this, and he can verbalize this to the team so they understand this, and so that I think by halftime we should have them blown out, and then our starters will be able to sit, and then let the others just go ahead and finish out the game. Because I believe if we really blow them out, by halftime or the beginning of the third, Boston's coach is going to sit Tatum. He's not going to allow Tatum to play. We up by 25 plus. He's not going to allow him to play. And then our starters can Then we've won the mentality. The mentality going into the playoffs, as well as the physicality, which we know and Boston knows that they can't compete with us there. I think it's excellent what they're doing. I really think it's an excellent strategy.
Yeah. Listen, I get that part. And it definitely is a strategy behind it. I'm still saying it's spooky in the goddamn woods, because it's one thing, Edgy, is everything you're saying is spot on, right? It's not that you are wrong or anybody else is wrong for saying that, strategy, they're not really scared or whatever. I think they are scared, but I'm saying that you didn't put us out of the 3rd seed yet. Like, you didn't clinch the number 2 seed yet. So, like, if you would have did that, like if they would have did that last time they played, and then now they seeing us and now the game is not that important, okay, rest everybody. But the fact that you didn't do that lets me know that there is some concern going into a big game against us, that you have to sit your guy out strategically.
Right.
That's all.
Yeah.
Come on. We are playing for something tonight.
Yeah. And I agree with you. I'm 100% sold out that they're scared. Right? I'm 100% sold out that they're scared. So this is their only play.
Right.
This is their only play because they're scared. Right? And so I totally agree, but this is the strategy because they're scared.
Yep. 100%. Well, Angie, look, great call. Do appreciate you. And I see you in the Discord. It's gonna be a movie.
Oh, and I love Chuck D. I love him growing up. I love his Knicks dissertation. I mean, he just laid it down for us. And so, hey, sky's the limit, Karan. Just keep doing what you're doing and believe in. All right. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yo, I'm so mad. I just remembered because I woke up at 1 o'clock today. I was supposed to put out the call with Cleo. Damn, I messed up with that. She was like, I don't like Boston Red Beat. Yo, it was a classic call. Damn, I'm tired I didn't put that call out. I'm mad I didn't do that. It is what it is. Fire. All the shows are fire. By the way, just to let y'all know, I keep forgetting to promote this. We also, not only do we got the debate on Monday with the Brooklyn Spurs fan, we got the Knicks in 10 show this Sunday as well, which is my 10-game review show. We're going to look at the numbers, and we're going to do all the key stats and tracking and all of that stuff. That'll be the final Knicks in 10 show of the year that we're doing on Sunday. Plus, we got that Charlotte Hornets game on Sunday, which I think probably won't mean nothing. Big time salute to my man, is that Dunk 40 for joining the channel. Welcome to OKF Nation. Make sure to all the new channel members, y'all go check out the membership section. It's fire. It's a lot of things up in there. I mean, Knicks Tape Matters Discord server, etc., etc. Uh-oh. Hold on. Big time salute to my man Todd. So he sent the call back for Angie. All right, I'm gonna get to Angie. Angie, sit tight. I'm gonna get right back to you. I got another call. I gotta get on the line. My man, No Clock Tugboat. He's in the building. I'm not sure if he's with his kids right now. Got to get my man on the line. Tugboat, are you there?
What's going on, man?
What's going on, family? I just wanted to get you in the building, man. What's your thoughts on everything today? We had Chuck D call up. We all riding on the Boston Celtics. Where we going, man?
Man, shout out to Chuck D, but most importantly, shout out to Miss Cleo, man. Happy birthday to her, you know? So, yeah.
Happy birthday, Miss Cleo.
Yeah, man, big round of applause, you know. Well, future Dr. Cleo, right? She's working on her master's?
She's working on her master's, man.
Yeah, so, yeah, shout out to future Dr. Cleo, if not one already. But
yes.
Yeah, man, no, this is a great show. You know, we got the vibes going right perfectly for playoffs. It can't get no better. As far as Jaylen Brown, you know they hiding. I mean, you can see that hiding.
Scary. They in the woods.
Just think about it. They're the loudest ones in the room right now. We ain't talking about them. They're talking about us.
Right. That's the only reason why I did the show. Is because Brown was talking all this smack about the Knicks.
Brown talking about us. They talking about how shook up Jason Tatum is coming back into the Garden. Like they're doing all this media talking about us, and we're not covering them at all. So
right.
Yeah, they're it speaks volumes. No pun intended. So yeah, Expo head, he ain't playing today. But like I said the other day, Boston's Achilles heel is their Achilles.
Facts.
Jason Tatum's Achilles is weak.
Right.
Brown's Achilles is weak.
Damn.
And
that's a double whammy.
Stars. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Double whammy. Yeah, so
that's crazy.
It is what it is. I loved Angie's call. She made a great point about the mind games that Coach likes to put out. I mean, Coach likes to put out. Madula likes to put out. Yep. That was a great point. I never even had that type of perspective towards it. So
she was spot on.
Play. Yeah, that may be the play. It's like
but even though it's the play, it's still weak to me though.
Oh yeah,
I don't respect it. Like so, she broke it down fantastic, and I think that's what they're trying to do. But it still, to me, comes off as weak.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of weak, how do you feel about the whole peekaboo tactic of we're hiding, you know, some plays for the playoffs? Do you agree with that?
I don't know because first off, I mean, the goal would be to run those plays and then evolve them and get better and add wrinkles.
Right.
So I don't think you need to hide the plays. I just think that they're making a more effort to do more of it. I think it probably was always there. It's just that, you know, in the flow of the game habits, you know, the natural flow of the system, those guys just doing their own kind of thing. But now they're like, yo, let's work together.
And wasn't that the thought last season? Didn't we think that last season with Tibbs, we're like, oh, Tibbs got something up his sleeve, and I don't really recall him bringing anything out except for the bench when it was a little too late.
Now they ran more 2-man game.
Okay.
But not, it wasn't like that much more.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like they were doing like we did a whole lot of. It still was kind of like Towns does his thing.
We got going on right now.
Right. Just a little bit more, I would say, last year overall than this year. But hey, in the playoffs, maybe they'll run it even more. So we'll see.
Yeah. I hope so, man. I hope so. But yeah, I see you try to get Chuck D to drink that Giannis Kool-Aid. Pause. So I'm glad he ain't fall for the soup. I was very excited. I was very excited about that. Yeah, because
he brings up the history because he was around.
You need a lawyer for that, right?
But hold on, hold on, wait, hold on, wait. First off, he said something that was valuable. That's the only reason why I asked the question. Those guys in the 70s did that. They got the stars there.
Right.
That's what they did in the 70s. Why did we forget that in the 90s and the 2000s? They did that in the 70s. He's right. That's why if he didn't say that, I swear to God, I wouldn't ask about Giannis. I swear that's the only reason. He knows what happened back in the days. They traded for stars. Earl the Pearl Monroe wasn't a Knick.
Yep.
Of course, I'm not going to tell Chuck that. You know, I'm going to let Chuck get his call off. But I'm just saying, Earl the Pearl wasn't a Knick.
Yeah,
they traded for him to get there. So you got to trade for stars. That's all I'm saying. That's it.
Yeah, I'm hoping Cleo calls up today. And once again, happy birthday to her, man. Great show.
Please, Cleo.
It's fire seeing the evolution of this show. I mean, you kind of like the Knicks, man. You're growing with every episode, so that's dope, man. I mean, like last night was fun. The
yeah, the
Boston,
war room
the
was fun.
Boston chant that like J-Tap came in with the impression. I'm telling you, I listened to that like 5 times in a row and I was crying, bro. Because I missed it
Yo,
live.
I
So I
didn't
had
know
to
where
run
to
it back.
go. Yo, I didn't know where to go with J-Tap though. He did such a great job. I'm like, yo, is he dead ass serious right now?
No, I knew exactly. As soon as I heard, 'cause like I said, I've been listening to that like on a regular. And I knew exactly where he was going with that because that was hilarious. Crim's dad
Oh,
couldn't have timed that any more perfect with the hang up.
oh my
Yeah,
God.
that was hilarious, man. But great
That
show,
was
man. Keep up
fire.
the hard work, man.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, man. Shout out to Chuck, shout out to Cleo, and shout out to you.
Big
And
time.
shout out to super producer Maxine. I'm sorry, Max. Shout out to you as
Big time.
well. You
Salute to
came in as
Max.
well. Yeah. And shout out to new members and shout out No Strays for getting his membership. That's hilarious.
Yes, No
He go for
Strays.
Chuck D, and we end up with No Strays. That's my boy,
Ah,
man.
that's crazy, right? Damn, but there's no way to directly give away a member. YouTube needs to fix that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and shout out to Figgy because she said, No Strays is our drunk uncle. So yeah, shout out to the fan. Shout out to OK.
But to be fair, No Strays is a good guy though.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
And his daughter always says hi when she gets on the line. I like that.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, we're a family.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
And we're growing, man. So it's dope, man. It's good to be at the function.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Big time salute.
All right, buddy.
I appreciate you, Tugboat. All right.
All right.
That's my man, No Clock Tugboat. Hold on. Wait a minute. I ain't gonna lie. The line is fire right now. Oh, Angie, I'm coming to you in a second. Hold on. We gotta get the OKF ladies in the building. I'm sorry. And Sean, if you're around, I'm gonna get Sean on too, and then I'm gonna go to Angie. Because my man Sean been waiting for a minute. If you're around, Sean, I got you. Uh-oh, L Figgy in the building. Where we going, Figgy? I had to get the ladies in the building. Hold on. Before I start this class, I gotta ask you. So is that why I need the lawyer yesterday? Because I brought up Giannis in the conversation I did not want to have. Is that what it was?
Now, how come you will listen to Chuck D, but you will not listen to me, Karan? Yo,
I still rebutted Chuck D, though. I did, though. Earl the Pearl Monroe, they traded for him. Come on, Figgy.
And we've never been the same, and we have never recovered.
No, they won the championship, Figgy. What are you talking about? They won the champ. All right, so Figgy, really quickly. The reason why we stopped winning championships is because we stopped trading for stars. That's why.
Okay. Yes, I hear you, Karan. I hear you, my guy. And I'm sorry, real quick. I just got to give a shout out to Chuck D, man. Love you.
Yes, legendary.
That was a fire call. I love the no clock call, man. Let me tell you something. Every time, you know what would be fire? Karan, listen to me. If anybody out there has seen Do the Right Thing by Spike Lee, Radio Raheem used to walk around with the boombox playing Fight the Power. Yo, we got to get Chuck D, Spike Lee. We got to get them on this live. I'm telling you, let's make it happen.
That's
guys.
fire. Yeah, yo, it's going to happen. We working. We already got Chuck in the building, so the rest of them are coming. You know what I mean?
Yo, that I'm telling you right now, Public Enemy, man. I told you I went to high school in the 90s. I graduated in 95. This is all I'm saying. I'm gonna say that was such a fire call. Loved it. Loved everything he said. The thing with Giannis, I told you already, that is taking a big gamble. The Brooklyn Nets are still recovering from the failed Kyrie, KD, Harden experiment. Bringing in superstars, going in there, and look at the Brooklyn Nets right now. Nobody, I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel for them anytime soon. I just don't. Right now, we have a competitive team that is getting to the playoffs every year, giving it their best, going out there, putting in effort. We've been decimated by injuries in the past, things like that have hurt us, but I'm not willing to sit here and mortgage the farm. It's just, to me, it's not the time for that. Again, betting the farm when Giannis comes, he's going to be 33, Karan, 33. And I know you bring up the OG injuries, but OG was 26 when we traded for him. We're going to bring on a 33-year-old who cannot stay healthy for more than 2 months at a time. That is a big, big gamble, man, for a team that right now
Figgy, come on, Figgy. Figgy, I love you. This is the only year that Giannis has been hurt like this in his career. The only year.
No, Karan, what about last year?
It's the only year, Figgy.
Karan, what about last year, man?
He played 60-something games last year, and he was All-NBA first team. OG I love OG. He's never been first team All-NBA.
I don't care about the All-NBA. I don't care about that, man. We got 2 All-Stars right now with Jaylen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns. We have 2 All-Stars on our team right now. that I don't think that we have seen the best that we can get at. I think they played better under Thibs, and I think Mike Brown is starting to use. I don't know if he's got a trick up his sleeve for the playoffs. It's
Okay.
This is a new coach, so we really don't know what his schemes are.
But hold on, but Figgy, really quickly, I just want to let you know I'm riding with you. I think we could win the championship, right? You do. Okay.
I
don't
know.
think that
I know.
because I want Giannis. I don't think these guys are capable. I'm pulling for Brunson to get first team status. I'm pulling for it. I'm behind it. I'm with you. All right,
I'm with you too, Karan. Like I told you, I root for the name on the front of the jersey always, first and foremost. But we have to have some loyalty to certain guys on our team. Like it upsets me a little bit when people call Jaylen Brunson a ball hog. This man made a beautiful sacrifice for this team, man. Who's gonna be out there making $160 million sacrifice?
Yep.
To make a team better. You know the kind of guys.
No
who do
one.
that?
He's the only one, Figgy. The only one in sports.
No. There've been a couple of guys, but let me throw the names at you, and you tell me if this is our guy. Tom Brady, Derek Jeter.
Now you get to a different sport. Okay.
I'm going to, but I'm talking about athletes who did these kinds of sacrifices.
Who did that? Right. Legendary guys.
And what did they do? They won their team's championships because they made those sacrifices. Derek Jeter, Tom Brady. This is the kind of player we have in Jaylen Brunson. Whatever, and just to piggyback off what Chuck D said, we have never had a point guard like this. I have watched other teams with point guards like Jaylen Brunson and said, my gosh, man, what would it be to have a point guard? And here we are right now at the precipice of having the best point guard that we have ever had. I'm sorry, but I don't see right now. I told you, Ewing is my number one guy, number one Knick of all time. But man, Jaylen Brunson is right there. He's catching up so close, and it's not just because of his the sacrifices he makes, but it's the way he plays. Jaylen Brunson, I will sit there and say, even if he has a bad night, you can see it. He's out there trying every night to pull this team on his back, get us those wins, get us those hearts. That's why if you watch the Peacock, I don't know if you guys saw the game on Peacock the other night. Listen to what the commentators said at the end of the game when it was close and we were going back and forth and balling with the Hawks. When it was 1 or 2 points away, remember what they said? They said, now watch. Jaylen Brunson hadn't even scored that clutch bucket yet. And they said, now watch. They already knew what was going to happen. And that's the difference between an experienced. I mean, Jaylen Brunson is the most clutch. I don't want to curse, but he's the most clutch MFer in the game, man. You can't tell me there's somebody better than that. But listen, man, this fire, once again, Karan, you super producer Maxine, fire shows, man. You guys are killing it. Happy birthday to my girl, Cleo. Beautiful, beautiful show. You're still elevating, Karan. I'm telling you, man, you're still getting better and better.
Thank you, Figgy. I appreciate you. And, you're the most requested caller for a reason. Big time salute, Figgy.
Let's go, Knicks.
Thank you. Figgy, man, she killed that. Angie, sit tight. I'm coming right to you right now. Hold on. Let me see if my man Sean. I got to get my man Sean on the line. Hold on. And then I'm going to get Angie on because my man wants to hear from her. So she will be back. My man Sean was like the second person to call up. Let me see if my man Sean is still available. Because I wouldn't feel right not calling my man Sean back. Six 469958389. Damn. All right, Sean. I tried, my brother. Hold up. All right, let me get Angie back. And then I'm gonna get a couple of more in. The phone lines are crazy. This is the most craziest I've seen the phone line. So if I miss your call today, I'm sorry. It's a lot of people that called up. Angie, are you there?
Hey there.
They want you back. You're becoming one of the most requested callbacks too. What's going on?
Hey, I'm going to be quick because I know you got a whole lineup, everybody trying to call in. But this is one thing I have not mentioned that I'm really hoping for in this playoff. We've been talking about, some secret weapons that we haven't seen. I'm not necessarily calling this a secret weapon, but I believe it can be a secret weapon. And that is OG. I think we know we all know that OG is a hands down defensive player, but
100%.
have we taken time to look at his frame? I mean, his physical frame. When OG gets the ball in the spots that he likes the ball while he's moving and transition, those spots where there's transition, not necessarily OG's not the best half court create his own shot, but when OG can get the ball where his greatest strength is either transition when the ball is moving pretty quickly, he can hit the seams. OG will make a difference in his playoffs because there is no one that can match up with OG when we're getting the ball to OG in his greatest strengths. There's no one that can stop him. He's too big. And I mean, I'm not going, I'm not jumping off the roof here, but he reminds me just from a body structure of a younger LeBron because he's so big, right?
Okay.
So he's either going to score or you're going to foul him, or he's going to get an and one. And I think that is, to me, that is a strong third option for us. I love the two-man game is starting to flourish. But if we can get OG in this offense the way that he can play to his strengths, there's no one in the East that can match up with OG. Detroit, Cleveland. No one. Boston, they have no one that can match up with OG offensively. We already know what he can do defensively. If we can get the ball moving, as Coach Brown is trying to do, and I really think that's our secret weapon. And the last thing I'm going to say is we got to give Coach Mike Brown some grace.
100%.
He's made history, in breaking and tying Pat Riley's record. He got a new team. He got a new system. He got a lot of Coach Tibbs' team. This is his first year. This is his first year. We got to give him a little bit of grace because we got to remember, part of the accountability of how far we go is not just on Brown. It's on these players that we're paying big dollars. We're paying Cat Brunson and OG some huge contracts, and I'll even throw Mikal in there, and so, we got to give Coach Brown some grace because I think at the end of the day, I think the greater proportion of the weight of how far we go is on who's on the floor, not who's on the sidelines. It's who's on the floor. And so, I just think, I'm just feeling good if we show up and maximize everything we have. So I'm going to go ahead and let you get back to the other callers. And
thank you, Angie.
I just wanted to talk about that OG piece because I haven't really talked about that. And I really think that's our secret weapon on the offensive end.
Bingo. Yep. I appreciate you, Angie. Great call back.
All right. Okay. Be good, family. All right.
All right. If I could piggyback really quickly on her really quickly, now I'm going to get to some of these messages. I'm going to tell you right now, OG Anunoby, from an offensive standpoint, I think that he needs to be utilized more. Now, here's the trade-off. You might have to sacrifice some of that defense because it takes a lot of energy to defend at a high level the best player on the other team and score. That's not an easy thing to do. There's not too many people who do that at a very, very high level, right? Not even Jaylen Brown does that because Jaylen Brown doesn't spend the entire game guarding the opposing team's best player. He'll come in different spots, but he's probably the closest thing you'll see to that on the perimeter. Of course, bigs do that, but you don't got the threat inside like you do on the perimeter nowadays. So, if OG, he may, and Mike Brown has been doing that because Mike Brown has been having Josh Hart guard some of the tougher assignments, like Jalen Johnson, for example. Josh Hart spent a lot of time guarding Jalen Johnson. And that, to me, is a nice adjustment. Don't let Bridges and OG be the default in guarding those guys. Sometimes you have to put the other guys there. Big time salute to my man, Ty. I was just getting ready to get to you, Ty.
Yo,
what's going on, Ty? Hold on. I appreciate you, Ty. Hold on. Now, before we continue right now, I gotta ask you a question, Ty. Why yesterday they told me I needed a lawyer? I need you to explain that to me. Before I begin your clock. Why?
No, Cleo was just playing, man. She was just basically saying, because all of us know I went on a rant yesterday. I crashed out.
I know. So you crashed out.
I couldn't handle Errol, and I heard y'all talking about injuries. I was like, you know what? I can't take it.
But did you get what I was saying? I'm not putting it out there for it to happen.
No.
I'm just saying.
I know. You reiterated yourself. I understood what you meant, because when I called, I was like, what he talking? I said, because Karan, the number one person talking about no injuries. So
right, exactly. Yeah, 100%. We love OG. We love OG.
Yeah, you didn't even know. But see, listen, fire. First of all, happy birthday, Cleopatra. Happy 100%. Birthday. Another year around the sun. I wish her nothing but blessings. But Angie, Figgy always cooking. She just always cooking. But Angie, that's why I had to give her the call back, because she sounded like me. I sound like her. I was like, that's what I was trying to tell y'all, like, OG is it. When you watch the game, nobody wants to stick him going to the hole. He's too big and strong. Then he's fast. The only thing we had an issue with OG last year was him fumbling. Like, when he get to the hole, he'll start fumbling or tumbling over, because he know what he want to do. That's why he just start taking off. If you realize, when he drives to the hole now this year, he just dunks the ball. He don't try to make no layups. He just try to dunk the ball once he get down there. But she cooked, bro. She cooked. Fire call today. The infamous Chuck D. That's crazy.
Legendary.
Oh my gosh. You don't even understand, man. That's crazy. When I heard Chuck on there and just seeing him in the chat.
I was trying my best to not fan out completely. Normally I don't do that, because a lot of times that could be annoying as hell. Like, if you meet people and like you just complete fanning out, like, they get that all the time. So I just try to give them that regular conversation that they desire.
But you know what? And that's what's going to make you take off, because even in my field of what I do, and you seeing these people all day long, they love when you can just be normal with them and give them respect. So now that the algorithm and everyone sees this, and they're going to notice that, other people are not going to feel, a little funny to come on. They'll come on and interact with you, and you holding your composure. That's fire, Karan. Kudos to you, bro. That's professionalism right there. So you did that. You know what I'm saying? Because you could have fanned out. But Chuck, he helped you out. He gave us – the history was fire. I didn't even want him to get off the call. I was just sitting there like, oh, wow, well, that is true. I'm going through it because, I'm a diehard Knicks fan. My favorite Knick is not Patty, the finger roll to the back of the iron. I can't forgive him for that.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm saying? I know, I can't. I love Patty Duke. I can't. But I like – you know what? These guys were basically integrated with us, and that was LJ, I love Lemon Juice, Larry Johnson, and I love Latrell Sprewell.
LJ.
Yeah, and Latrell Sprewell. I feel like they just had the heart of New York. When LJ hit that 4-point play on Indiana and got their ass out of here, and Latrell Sprewell was the court warrior. Remember, he was called the court warrior over there when he played for Golden State. Then when he came to us, we were just unguardables. And to kick back to you, I did think that we was gonna win in '99. I cried. Like, I did, bro. Because
what made you think that?
Because, bro, the Spurs couldn't stop us, bro. Those whistles.
No, okay. Forget the final. No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when the season started.
Oh, when we beat Miami. Oh, not when the season started.
That's what I'm talking. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, remember, this year we thought we were going to the finals. Period. Remember that.
Let me answer your question.
Okay.
When we had Charlie Ward, Chris Childs, Latrell Sprewell, Allen Houston, Patty Duke, Larry Johnson, Latrell Sprewell. When we had that squad, I did think we had a chance. I was disappointed that we ended up with the A seed. And then when Allen Houston hit that shot and it bounced off the rim and we got Miami out of there, I said, we're going to the finals. Gotcha. So yeah, I did think that team that was assembled was a perfect Knicks team. But great show today, man. I'm getting on because there's a lot of calls on here. You on fire. Shout out to you, family. Happy birthday, Cleo. All the calls, that was great. And Angie, keep cooking, man. Keep cooking. Thanks, Karan.
Yo, Ty, I appreciate you, man. The number one callback guy on the show, man. Appreciate you, family.
No worries, fam.
All right. Big time. Yep. He and my man Rock from the ATL. They like the #1 callback. One night they were going back and forth. I was like, oh damn, we gonna be here all night. It don't matter to me because I'm a vampire. I woke up at 1 o'clock today. Ain't that crazy? Big time salute to my man AP. He said No Strays is part of the show. Yeah. No Strays is a cool dude. Like, even though he's a Celtic fan, I swear to God, he's a cool dude. Like, he sounds like somebody who you wouldn't mind just hanging out with and just having a conversation, just chilling. Like, he just has that personality. Also, big time salute to my man, Mellow Mike. He says, thanks, Chuck D, for the shout out. Public Enemy, part of my childhood. Watching Do the Right Thing, Fight the Power. All right, this $20 for Cleo. Happy birthday. Big time salute to Cleo, man. Hopefully you enjoying your birthday. You know, and hopefully you could call up tonight when we do Smoke Fire. Right? Definitely Angie, J-Tap. Big time salute, man. And I can't call, but I'm listening to the show. Fire, man. Big time salute, man. 100%. Appreciate you, Mellow Mike. Let me see. There's a couple of people, and then I got to do my scouting report, y'all. Got to do my scouting report. It's very important. Let me see if my man, what you call it, is in the building. Hold on. Definitely Randall. What's good, Randall?
Hey, what's up?
How you feeling, man?
Let's go. How you?
I'm good, yo. We got our foot on the Boston Celtics neck right now. I can't wait. But tonight, we only got an hour left. Man, what say you?
It's almost that time.
Yep, 100%. Almost that time. What's your thoughts on Jaylen Brown sitting out? Is he scary? Is he ducking the work? What do you think?
I don't know.
Okay.
You don't know? I hate the fact that he not playing, because then we win the game. All these Celtics fans want to say, oh, man, we only beat them because Jaylen Brown didn't play.
I hate it, bro.
Losing.
I hate it, bro. That's why it's weak to me, Randall, because, look, they also didn't clinch the second seed yet. It ain't official. It ain't official yet. So why are you not playing tonight?
The next 3 games and they lose the next 3 games.
Right.
Then we get the second seed.
Bingo. So what are they doing?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you what it is. They want to create the narrative that, oh yeah, we resting, we getting right for the playoffs. We're willing to give up this game. So if y'all win, it is what it is. And to try to take away our credit. I do think it's to take away our credit. I do think it's a strategy game where we don't want y'all to see how we going to look with Tatum and Brown. We want y'all to see that in the playoff. Angie was kind of hinting towards some of the strategy behind it. So that's what I think it is.
Right.
100%. So how else do you feel about an upcoming series with Boston? I mean, anything else with Boston? Do you got them on the grill? Where are you going, Randall? Anything else?
I got no doubts, man, that even if Jaylen Brown was to play, I mean, even if there's 100% healthy, I still got no doubts, man, that we can pull this off tonight.
Right.
Because I know Derek White's supposed to be out also.
He's supposed to be out? Is official?
It sounds like it's official. Him and Tatum, them two sounds official, but I don't know. We'll see during game time.
Well, the only person out I see right now is Brown. So that's the only person that I see is out. And then on our side, Tyler Kolek. So they all playing. The rest of them showed up. Jaylen Brown, he the only one to poke out talking about some management of Achilles, man. But I do appreciate you, Randall. Big time salute.
1 second, hold up.
Yeah.
Salute, and also happy birthday to Cleo.
Of course.
Chuck D, salute.
Big time salute to Chuck D, man. Appreciate you, Randall, man. OKF Nation in the building. Let's go.
Always. Later.
All right. Big time salute. OKF Nation is heavy up in here. I ain't gonna lie. Hold on. Let me see if my man Yuri is around. Hold on. Because Yuri, OKF Nation too. He's another person that called up kind of early. But, like I said, it's a lot of call. If I miss your call today, Trust me, you ain't the only one who call I miss. It's a lot of people
Your
who
call
I
has
miss.
been forwarded to voicemail. The person.
All right. Hold on. And then this will probably be my last call, and I'm going to go into the scouting report. Get my man Trey from Queens in here, too. Trey from Queens, man.
My man Corona Dawn, what's happening, man? I see you busy,
we doing
boy.
a lot of. Listen, we doing a lot of
busy.
legendary things, man.
I know, bro. I
hope you didn't think I was gonna let it go without getting you back on the line.
Nah, I knew you was gonna hit me up. Cause you know why? Cause I was hollering since yesterday when you had the homie up there. Yo, y'all was cooking, man. I was dying laughing. Yeah, bro. Nah, that was a good one. Y'all said something that you triggered me, and I called you 10 times. You said something, but I forgot it. Today's a new day because I was mad, but I can't. All right, so now today, boom, I'm your lawyer. Because from what I've been seeing, you need one, right? You need one. All right, so I'm your lawyer right now.
Let's go.
All right, so first of all, the name of the show was called The Objective Knicks Fans. So now, objective means like to assess a situation with facts, to be able to remove feelings.
That's facts.
That's the definition of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So now I agree with you. Like, listen, man, I want the Knicks to win every year. But if you ask me, are we gonna beat the dream team this year? I'm gonna tell you no. That doesn't mean I'm not still part of the gang. You know what I'm saying?
Bingo.
So it's like, damn, Karan can't say like, yo, I just don't know about OKC. I don't
That's
feel
it. That's all I'm saying.
That's right. So that's the right. Also with Bridges too, you did kind of over, but one thing, the playoffs is coming and Bridges is about to earn his money and shut everybody up that was on your heels. You know what I'm saying? Just like starting with tonight with Tatum. Tatum is not going to have no 35, 40 points tonight with Bridges all over him. It's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? It starts tonight. The Bridges effect.
Tonight. Yep.
Nah, for real. Thanks. Also, too, the other part why you need a lawyer is because people keep thinking that you like, yo, listen, man, just get rid of everybody and get Giannis. No, what we're saying is we're playing with house money. You know what I'm saying? And this the most confident I've ever felt about being a Knicks fan in a long time. Like, listen, I'm equipped. My team is better than last year. I got more weapons. Last year, the reason why Indiana got us up out of here, after a while, we couldn't shoot. We couldn't get other buckets. They overload Brunson, and if Cat don't show up and whatever, it's over. We need so now I got 3 more weapons. Deuce is back. You know what I'm saying? I got Dearwater, I got Klosskin, I got Shamit. I'm back. You understand what I'm saying? So now, and then guess what? If it doesn't work, that means it didn't work. They keep saying, yo, don't break up the core group. Well, listen, man, if the core group don't get it done this year, what do you want us to do? Stick with the core group for another 5 years?
That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Trey. That's all I'm saying.
Let me finish cooking for you because they keep bringing up that he's 32, 33. All Karan is saying is, well, if Giannis got another 2-3 years prime, and if this team can't do it, well then shoot. It's a luxury to be able to get a top 5 nigga who got 3 years left, and let's shoot from there.
Bingo. Thank you. You are my lawyer, man. You cooking today. Let's go.
I told you I'm your lawyer. Yo, bro. See, man, damn, I had one more, man. And that's why I said, yo, chill, man. Don't interrupt me.
I
Let
got
me
you.
go.
My fault.
Nah, it's all good. Damn, I forgot the other one. But that's all my boy Corona trying to say. It's the objective Knicks fan. It's not meant for my bro to just everybody call up and we agree. Sometimes he got to hit you with something left field or a different narrative, you know what I'm saying, which sparks a good debate, and let's yell at each other, damn it. That's what makes it fun. You know what I'm saying?
Bingo.
So yeah, make sure. I still got some more time. I ain't hear the time clicking. Shit.
It's going down, but go ahead. Yeah, get your last point off.
I bet. Yo, last but not least, Shorty had made the point about OG, the other caller, and how he needs to be featured more, and we gotta do this and we gotta do that. Young lady, I just want to remind you, nobody's stopping OG. There's plenty of nights that OG is shooting more than Cat. Cat is our number 2 option. OG, if you look at the stats of who's shot more throughout the course of this regular season, it's either going to be tied or OG shot. OG does whatever he wants. It's not like we're not featuring him. It's just that at times his bag is limited and he can't create shots. So he can only get his shots off of a putback, jumping on the rim like a monkey. You know what I'm saying, in the forest. You know what I'm saying? You sit, and I like that. I like when OG just start treating the rim like a monkey. Like, nah, I'm gonna just dunk. But his bag is limited. It's not like he's not being featured properly. But he can't create for himself. So it's like, you know, at times, bang, bang, bang. That's my time. Yo, Corona Dawn, you already
time,
know.
Trey.
Keep winning. I'll hit you tomorrow.
Salute, Trey. Big time. It's my man Trey from Queer. I got to get to the scouting report, y'all. I got to get to the scouting report. Big time. First of all, big time salute to Angie. She said we need to trigger the fight the power on the soundboard. Hopefully Truck will let me rock with that. If I do the fight the power, I could try to get that. That'll be fire on the soundboard. I ain't gonna lie. I would love to try to get that for sure. And big time salute to Ty, of course. She said Ty's my twin. Yup. Hey, yo, I tell you what, man. Y'all are definitely like the yin and yang on that. And salute to my man Khalil. He says, Knicks could objectively beat OKC in the finals. I mean, anything is possible, Khalil. I don't live my life on possibilities. I deal with probability. So that's why when I get on the mic, I don't guarantee a win every night. I don't do that because there's a lot of factors that are at play when we're talking about a win versus a loss. And I give you that in my scouting reports. I'm always going to go for the Knicks, but it doesn't mean they're going to win every night. All right. Some nights they're just not going to win. And tonight, I don't think will be that night. I think we're going to win tonight. And I'm going to tell you why. Let me go back into research mode. You guys know how I get down. I put everything on the screen. I don't do no just finagling and talking from the heart. I'm always going to lead with the facts first. The feelings come from the facts. All right. So why am I so confident? By the way, I was preparing for a debate against a Celtic fan. Let me see if I could just show y'all that. I don't even need to even zoom out. You see this? I got a fact sheet about the Celtics I was working on because I had this Boston fan that thought he wanted to step up to the plate, whatever. Didn't happen. So I got too much goddamn information. So what I had to do, I had to scale back because there's no way I don't got the time to express all of these things. So I'm going to try to condense all of this stuff into a nice little take here about this Celtic Knicks game. The odds makers have the odds like that for a reason. It went to 5.5. They dropped it down to 4.5. Okay. I just want to let you guys know at home, the Knicks are money. We are one of the best teams at home. Very hard to beat us. 28-9 at home. I'm riding that. All right. We do good at home. Now, I have my own methodology as to how I keep track of stats. The above 500 stat, I don't change your record when you go under 500 or above 500 later on. If I played you as an above 500 team, then that's just what it is for me. So that's what I keep track of. So if you see my numbers and if it's a little different for some of the stats, that's why. It's not because I'm wrong. It's because I keep track of the stats differently. But according to my stats, at home, we are 11-6 against 500 and above teams. I am riding that tonight. I think that trend continues. I got another question for you, Knicks Nation. When's the last time we lost a game at home to a 500 and above team? We won our last 6 games at home. When's the last time we lost to a team? Remember how they had the stat? See, let me tell y'all about me. I am surgical on the microphone. I am an expert at this. You gonna see it on Monday when I get in that ring with the Spurs fan. I guarantee you, you're gonna learn a lot of things you never heard before. I know I talk about the core, you haven't won the championship. I'm gonna bring that out. Y'all might have heard that. But there's gonna be a whole lot more. You see how they made it a big deal? This is how I flip them on their head. You see how they make it a big deal? Oh, when's the last time the Knicks beat a 500 and above team before Atlanta? Oh, when was that? Oh, it was a month ago. It was the Denver Nuggets. When's the last time we lost at home, Knicks Nation, to a 500 and above team? Why do you think Vegas has as a favorite tonight? We opened up as a -3.5. You don't think Vegas knows some of the things I'm talking about? They got teams of researchers. I'm me. I'm going to tell you the last time we lost at home. The last time we lost at home was in February the 19th. That was to the Detroit Pistons. That was well over 2 months ago, or just under 2 months ago. That's the last time we lost at home to a team that's above 500. Let that sink in. Let that radiate. You know what that means? That means we've been cooking everybody we seen at home since then. Above 500, below 500. Didn't matter. That's the last time we lost at home. I got that trend continuing tonight. And honestly, unless we decide to sit out our starters, I don't really see us losing another game this regular season. So if we have to continue to fight to play against Cleveland, then let's say it goes to that last game, I think the Knicks can win out 100,000%. We hadn't lost in 2 months. So if you want to put weight in stock in the fact that we lost, we hadn't beat a team in 500 since then, well, we hadn't lost to one either at home. How do we factor that in? We're already 2-1 against the goddamn Boston Celtics. This is a team full of excuses. They are sorry. They always got, if Tatum would have played. And then the great Stephen A. Smith gets on TV when Boston gets cooked. They won those first 2 games with Tatum. Everybody crowned Boston. Boston is the champions. My God. What are we going to do? Tatum is back. They won their first game against Dallas. A team with no hope of doing nothing this year. Then they followed up with another sorry-ass win. But when it was time to go up against those boys in the Western Conference, the big boys, Stephen A. Smith gets on the air and goes, well, if Jaylen Brown didn't get suspended in the first half, then, they probably would have won. What? We giving them passes and excuses? Tonight, there is no passes and no goddamn excuses. We putting y'all on the goddamn grill where you belong, Boston. The entire city and staff, y'all going to be watching this game and y'all going to be upset. And then y'all going to go into your excuse bag. Well, if Jaylen Brown would have played tonight, then da-da-da-da. This is the most scariest move. I could give a goddamn about your strategy because you don't have no strategy that's going to beat us. I'm not just saying that because I'm just a happy Knicks fan. I'm saying that because I had to watch well over 40 Boston Celtic games this year. 100,000%. I be watching y'all like I'm a fan of the goddamn Celtics, knowing that I'm not a fan of the goddamn Celtics. All I do is watch basketball. I don't really watch nothing else, y'all. That's all I do. If I don't watch basketball, I'm watching the movie with Maxine. Big time salute to Maxine, the super producer. That's it. All night. I go to sleep at night. I got to watch a condensed game before I go to sleep. I got my tablet. I put the game on. I watch it. Then I go to sleep. That's it. So when they wanted to laugh at us for losing to Charlotte, I remember that Charlotte smacked Boston at home. Way worse than they beat us on the road. What are we talking about? I'm going to tell you right now, styles makes fights. You got the number 2 offense going up against the number 3 offense. They're the number 2 offense. We're the number 3 offense. They got the number 4 defense. We got the number 8 defense. Both of us are two-way teams who play at a slower pace. But the Boston Celtics are the slowest team in basketball. They play at the slowest pace. That benefits us. Do you understand? Hold on. First off, the Knicks can play any style of basketball. We could play fast. We could play slow. We could make it a defensive grind-out game. We could turn it into an offensive shootout. We have the means and capability of being any team. So when they ask us about our identity, do understand that we are a two-way team, a versatile two-way team that can beat you in a variety of ways. Don't get caught up in the 90s and, you have to play defense. And so we're not a number one defensive team. So this team doesn't remind me of the 90s. This is a top 10 defensive team. At one point, we were top 5 offense, top 5 defense. The defense slipped a little bit. No worries. The defense is getting right back to where it needs to be. Still a top 10 defense in basketball. We have one of the best paint defenses in basketball. For all of you Karl-Anthony Towns bashers who think he doesn't play no defense, that's the biggest cat they ever fed you. I'm telling you right now that Karl-Anthony Towns is not a bad defender. And no, he's not a liability on defense. The only liability he is he's a fouls liability. He gets in foul trouble at the wrong time. But to his credit, Karl-Anthony Towns hasn't been in foul trouble in like the last 10 games. He hasn't really been in foul. He's been doing a better job managing his fouls. But in terms of protecting the paint, the Celtics do a great job protecting the paint. The Knicks do a great job protecting the paint. So what about the perimeter? Where does the advantage goes there? Who has the advantage on the perimeter, really? So the Boston Celtics, we know that they are a team that shoots a lot of threes. They believe that you consistently shoot threes until you, till the game is over. You're just going to shoot as many goddamn threes as you can. But in recent times, they've been shooting less threes. Salute to my man Joe from AC. Because when I say that they play the same, I do mean it. Hold on, really quickly. My man, OKC, my man Khalil, Khalil, why are you so captivated about the Oklahoma City Thunder? I'm talking about, he said the Thunder won 103-100 at Madison Square Garden. Okay, they won 103. They won. What are you saying? They won the game. I don't believe in consolation prizes, Khalil. It didn't make me feel good at night that we kept them to 103 points. Yes, we were a top 5 defense at the time that we played them. And we had a better net rating than them in the last 10 games. So, of course, we were going to have a good showing. But we still got cooked. This is the New York narrative that I want to dismiss and I want to get rid of. I'm tired of us being happy with being a good team. I need a championship, y'all. And if this team delivers us the championship, I'm riding with y'all. I'm also not saying this team can't deliver it. I'm not discounting our opportunity and ability to win. I would never do that. But until they get it done, I'm going to be like Giannis. That's just how I get down. But I hear you about the 103-100, but we lost. I am tired of looking at, well, at least we went to the Eastern Conference Finals. What are we talking about? You lost. You don't get kudos for that. Y'all don't care. Y'all think about it. We won the NBA. I'm telling y'all right now, in the next 10 years, the NBA Cup is going to be the biggest thing in the world. These new fans, they're going to eat it up. These young fans that's going to be coming up, they're going to eat it up. And then y'all going to be looking back, well, at least we won the Cup championship back then. Trust me, watch. Wait 10 years from now, y'all going to look at the Cup. It's going to be a way different. It's going to be a big deal. We won that this year. Y'all acting like, oh, well, it is what it is. We won the Cup, so what? Glorified exhibition. What are we talking about? So if we're gonna look at the consolation prize, Khalil, and say, well, Thunder who won the 103-100 at Madison Square Garden on March 4th. Like, where are we going with that? Oh, you trying to say that the victory against us was in March and they're the last team to beat us? Okay, I take that. All right, okay, February to March is still well over 2 months. I got you, Khalil. I get where you were going with that. All right, still longer or more time from the Denver Nugget game, for the record. But I do appreciate you. Khalil is on my research team. Big time salute to my man Khalil. All right. All right, so let me get back to my take with the Boston Celtics. So the 3-point percentage, right? Even though they're taking less threes, they are hitting threes at a higher clip. They are plus 1.9 right now from the three-point line at 38.3% from three. So they're shooting the three ball pretty well. This is why we can't double. We can't. Listen, tonight is not the time to double Jason Tatum. If you hard double Jason Tatum, they are going to light you up. Yeah, I got you, Khalil. I see you, Khalil. You said they were above 500. I got you. Still, I mean, hey, what's that? A week or two after what I said? Because the last time we lost was February. It was late February, early March. Still over a month's time. Still been a minute, but nobody's talking about that, Khalil. Why not? They talk about the fact that we didn't beat the team, but they're not talking about the fact that at home we didn't lose in a minute. Been a minute since we lost at home. All right. So I'm talking about the three-pointers for a reason, right? I would love to see us try to, let Tatum be Superman tonight. I don't want us to double Jason Tatum because if you give this Shire man open shots, he might get the start tonight or Wash, one of the two of those guys. Wash, right? You give these guys open shots, they're prone to hit it. Now, they're not that efficient, all of them, all the time at shooting the three, but they all have the green light to shoot the open three ball. Us on the flip side, we're shooting 38.9% from three in the last 10 games. The Knicks have been letting it rip. I think tonight we're going to need to be able to hit that three ball too because they're going to be double teaming Cat. We know the decoy defense they run. They might put a small on Cat for us to throw the ball in the paint, double team rush in, all right? And now when the double team rushes in, we're in a position scrambling. And they're going to try to rotate. But one thing about the Celtics that they don't do that great this year is they don't defend the three ball that great. In the last 10 games, they've given up 37.3% from three to the opponent. So there's an opportunity to get some good buckets because the Celtics, they are a team that values the paint. They're a team, they'll bait you into taking a lot of threes, right? And they tried to do it against Charlotte, and it kind of backfired a little bit early. But then Charlotte, once again, they crumble apart. They crumbled like a cookie in the third quarter. That's when the Celtics pick up a pace. Another thing, too, even though I say the Boston Celtics, they play at a very slow pace, at times they play fast. And especially when they're getting stops and opportunities to shoot threes in transition. They can do that, and they don't do it for the whole game. But they are prone to go on runs. So our defense has to be up to par, more so than just the defense. Two, the rebounding, which is something that we normally do a great job at, is going to be very important. The Celtics have been rebounding the ball probably the best they have all year. Last 10 games, Boston Celtics averaging 47.7 rebounds a game. They've been strong on the glass. Hader, Garza, Jason Tatum, very strong on the glass. Very strong on the glass. Mitchell Robinson, tonight is your night, buddy. I need all the muscle, man. I need Mitch to get at least 5 to 6 offensive rebounds tonight. I need Mitch to be double-digit rebounds. All right. I need Towns to do the same thing. Maybe not 6 offensive, but at least get like 8, 9 defensive rebounds. Tonight is a night we got to get strong on the glass. Because Cater is a guy who's inside, he's been the enforcer for them in the middle. He's a good defender. Like I said, they play good paint defense. That's one thing you can't take away from the Celtics is their paint defense is pretty good. But I think that we have the ability, the flexibility on offense to catch them napping. I'm telling you right now, Peyton Pritchard, you have to attack him. You have to attack Cater if he's guarding Josh Hart, only if he's guarding Josh Hart. And there's just certain assignments that I think the Knicks need to take advantage of. But the rebounds do concern me a little bit. I'm not going to lie. Another thing that concerns me, y'all, and this is something that we discovered the other day, even though the Knicks did win the last game against the Atlanta Hawks. But that was a moment where it was the first time we beat a team that had a better net rating than us in the last 10 games. And this time we were able to pretty much beat them. So the Celtics right now have a net rating of 9.4 in the last 10 games to our 7.9. I'm not saying that it's not a direct science. It's not a direct correlation. But recently, we have been struggling with teams that had a better net rating than us. That's all I'm saying. Doesn't mean that we won't win tonight, and the vice versa. But definitely, as far as the correlations from the previous games, you know, those games are very different because Jaylen Brown is not there. Now, here is the bait and switch, y'all. Y'all ready for the bait and switch? The bait and switch is this. Boston Celtics are 8-1 without Jaylen Brown. A lot of these teams, when you look them up, right? Whether it be Wemby, whether it be Jaylen Brown, whether it be Cade Cunningham, a lot of these teams, when you look at their team's records without them, they got really good records. So how are you the most valuable player if your team is still winning without you? Can you explain that to me? So this is the trap. This is the disrespect, New York City. Y'all ready for it? They know they're 8-1 without Jaylen Brown. They won both of the games that Tatum was there without Jaylen Brown. Jason Tatum averaged 29, 8.5, and 6.5. And guess who the teams they beat without Jaylen Brown and they had Jason Tatum? Who do you think they beat? Both of those games were recent, and I watched both of them. Actually, I watched both of them because I was doing scouting reports for both of these teams. They beat the Atlanta Hawks and they beat the Charlotte Hornets without Jaylen Brown. So they are trying to say that you are as good as the goddamn Charlotte Hornets and the Atlanta Hawks. They sat Jaylen Brown out because they think this is what they really think. This is the reason why Jaylen Brown sat out, because they think that they can beat you without him. That's why. And they're playing the load management game before we enter into the postseason. So I'm not saying that means anything. I'm going to give you some players to watch. Like I say, I got a lot of information, y'all. I can't go through it all, but there's a lot. I got pages on pages of stuff. You see this? I didn't even get to this page right here. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of information. I'm going to tell you the players to watch. You got Jaylen Brown. He's a plus 2.5. Well, Jaylen Brown's not playing, so screw him. He's out of there. Jason Tatum is averaging 29 points. Jason Tatum's averaging 29 without Jaylen Brown. So expect him to go into hero mode tonight. Peyton Pritchard, his scoring is up in the last 10 games. He's a plus 1.3. I'm telling you right now, in that game against Atlanta, Peyton Pritchard treated Dyson Daniels like he was food. I swear to God, in my mind, I was like, yo, the way Peyton Pritchard is doing Dyson Daniels tonight, pause, in my opinion, Jalen Brunson is going, I mean, come on, dude. Dyson Daniels, dog, yo, stop. Stop trying to make it seem like these dudes could stop Jalen Brunson just because they got a little height on them. Peyton Pritchard cooked Dyson Daniels. So tonight's assignment, Deuce McBride, you better make sure you on your A game for Peyton Pritchard because he's been getting busy, all right? He's shooting 47.1% from the three-point line in the last 10 games. Now, here's the guys you got to watch. You got to watch Kata. Kata has been playing really good basketball, y'all. I ain't going to lie. He's looking like a starting center caliber player. He's a plus 2.6. Plus, they do got Vujacic back, but Vujacic is kind of slow back. He only played 2 games. So I don't know how good he'll look tonight. He's still trying to get his legs under him. He's only playing 17.9 minutes a game. But Kata, I'm telling you right now, he's a factor. He's always also averaging 1.7 blocks per game in the last 10 games. And then Luke Garza. Watch out for Luke Garza. He's been balling. He's very aggressive. He's a roll man on pick and roll. He's been diving hard. He's been getting buckets near the rim. And he's not a bad shooter. He's shooting, but from the field, he's shooting 66% in the last 10 games. These are my guys I say to watch out for. Of course, you got to watch out for Shireman. Hugo Gonzalez is dirty as hell. He's a dirty-ass player. But Shireman, watch him. He's a hustle man. And He shoots the threes, and I'm assuming, I'm not 100% sure, I think he's going to start tonight. But look, that's all I got for you guys on the scouting report side. All right. I do appreciate you guys. This was a fire show. All right. Thank you, Khalil, for the clarification too, man. I appreciate you, Khalil. Still doesn't change my point. The bottom line is we hadn't lost in a minute to a good team at home. And I think that should be factored in. And I think that's what Vegas knows. So listen, y'all, I do appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I will be back tonight. Oh, hold on. I see Cleo. Welcome, Cleo. Happy birthday, Cleo. All right. I wish I had the happy birthday song. I'm not sure how long you've been watching, Cleo. We did have Chuck D in the building. And Cleo, if you could return tonight, I would appreciate to see you tonight as well. All right, Cleo? Have a great night. Enjoy the game. We're going to be in the Discord server. So if you are a channel member, get to the Discord server, all right? Big Tugboat Taylor said to get my man in the Discord. Yo, no strays. You know how to get it. If no strays want to go in the Discord, no strays. I don't recommend you go there. I don't recommend you going there, no strays, but you could go in the Discord. I ain't gonna lie, they may be coming for your head. But Cleo, I look forward to seeing you tonight. Hopefully, if you could call back, happy birthday. And we're gonna be in that Discord server. So if you are a channel member, get in the Discord. We about to get it in. I do appreciate all of y'all. And until next time, as always, let's go Knicks.